Hello. Hello. Is that good? Is that a good groundbreaking, busting intro there?
I like it.
Is that loud enough?
It gets the people right into it.
Makes me wanna. I can't say those words on the internet. I don't think.
What's on the internet? Words? Dirty words?
Oof! Made my butthole wet. Put it that way.
Oh, butthole wet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome to Wednesday night. Here we are. I'm gonna just call this thing "Life as We Know It," with a question mark at the end, apparently, because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Exclamation point! Question mark! Exclamation
This is Brandon Murphy, my buddy P.Neis, doing this dealio with us here, and we got special guest Josh Schwartz in the room today.
Hello, sir.
It's Asian Josh Schwartz. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess we're gonna try to structure this thing. Let's just have a conversation. That's how we're gonna get into this.
Yeah.
Try to pick a few news topics, stuff that I don't know anything about, but you've talked about.
You like news?
Yeah, news.
I like
Both life.
Why do you think they call it news? Because it's new, and it's plural.
Yeah, basically. Like new information, news.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes,
you might
it
be on
makes
the
sense to me.
You might
It's
be on
probably pretty literal. But I don't think there's a lot behind
the news.
Yeah, I'm just I maybe thought it was based out of some sort of Greek mythology or
The news.
something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a hero.
I think we will try to stay as current and as topical as possible, but there's not a lot that interests us out there in the news. Apparently, I found that out today. I'm not speaking for everyone, but there are a number of great stories that may have a current date, maybe a year or two old, but I think we all should share a laugh on.
So you were too old. We're going, Loch Ness Monster.
We'll stay as current as possible, but we'll keep it
There's been
fresh.
some sightings recently. A little messy.
What do we got on the list, Murphy?
News. News. What kind of news?
No,
we can skip that one. Let's go straight to what we got pulled up. Man charged in nacho cheese robbery case.
Okay, I mean,
The 7-Eleven robbery.
Was this some sort of what kind of cheese is that thing?
you'll find out here.
Yeah, they use the nacho. There was nacho cheese.
There's a
involved,
few,
So it was not yo cheese.
Yeah, there's a few.
It wasn't his cheese. He stole it. It was not his cheese.
Okay.
So nacho cheese.
Read it up.
Okay.
See what we got here.
Who steals cheese?
We'll find out.
This guy, Michael Richards, not the Seinfeld actor Michael Richards. A man who allegedly stole nacho cheese from a University Village 7-Eleven found himself the butt of an old joke in court on Sunday. Yeah,
That wasn't planned.
They're referring to the nacho cheese. The bop. Michael Richards, 50, bought a bag of potato chips from the store in the 1300 block of South Halstead, then illegally doused the chips in nacho cheese. Assistant Cook County State's Attorney, whatever his name is, said. When the store clerk told him the nacho cheese was only for customers who paid for it to use on corn chips in traditional plastic tray, Richard pulled the clerk's arm behind his back, twisted it, and threatened the clerk. Police arrested Richards a block away Saturday.
Wait, it wasn't even on the same day, or it was the same day he was arrested?
It looks like they found him. No, I guess they arrested him Saturday and he went to court on Sunday.
No, I mean, did he commit the crime?
Yeah, I think they
the same
arrested
day that
him.
he was arrested.
They arrested him the same day, and then he went to court the next day.
So basically, you have to steal $500 worth of something to get charged.
He assaulted the guy, so he can.
Yeah.
See, and that's where I really that's what caught my eye, because there's a few things here. For starters, he grabbed a bag of chips and opened them.
Mm-hmm.
He opened a bag of chips, which is already
That's okay.
in some places frowned
Sometimes you eat the chips as you're walking out.
in a grocery store scenario, not in the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, grocery store scenario. I walk in, I drink the soda, I eat the food, I walk up to the counter, and I say, "I had this, and I would like to pay for this."
But here, the sheer motivation was not that I'm going to pay for this. I'll eventually get to it. This was, I want some cheese in my bag of chips. So he put the cheese in there, but instead of when he got called out, instead of just arguing about it, I want to think about the scenario. So it's a counter. It's a counter. So like there's a cash register.
He went straight to Ninja.
How did he get back there? How did he be like, "No, I want this cheese. That's my cheese"? And
They must have pointed. If pointer finger was out, no, I will not pay for this cheese.
But he put the
with a
arm
pointer
behind his
finger.
back. He basically
Yeah,
did a cop
He
move
could have
with
been
it.
out on the floor. He could have been like at the cheese machine, and the guy was like, "Hey, you can't do that."
Hey, stop right there.
Yes, with the
I
finger
guess.
out,
Yeah,
and then
finger
he.
out for him to grab.
Excuse
and
me,
twist.
sir.
I get what he's doing with the cheese, though.
I mean, I
The one
understand
time I've
that.
ever stolen anything, I stole batteries because I needed them for a
So
like
for some speakers.
Old people steal batteries all the time.
Well, this is what I
I
did.
steal
I did a-
batteries.
I
That's
did
the
a
only thing
similar-
I do steal.
I did a similar thing. I stole the batteries for the speakers, and I didn't want to pay for the batteries because I thought the speakers should have came with the batteries, just like this guy thought the nacho cheese should have came with his chips.
Right.
I took the batteries, paid for the speakers,
I mean, that's a
but I
lot.
put the batteries inside the package.
So no harm, no foul.
Just like
no
if you want some socks, you put them inside the shoes
All right.
that you steal.
Nah,
But
we're
that
good.
was,
We're good.
that was yeah, I don't know. I thought that was crazy, and like I said, it's not as current as I would hope, but some of the passages. I like.
No, that's just strange. It's just like when you watch one of those shows like Worst Robbers Ever. You know,
Yeah, we were watching some of that stuff last weekend. We were watching those best fights, stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Snowman getting his head punched off.
those are great because it's the same guy that like you're talking about, like world's dumbest like criminal rapists and stuff like that.
right,
You know, like,
right, yeah.
like this man, you know, yeah, whatever. But basically, like the same guy does the voiceovers for all of those. So, like it's like the same guy that does, you know, this man, blah blah blah. He also does the propaganda cop shit, like wildest police chases, where like no matter what, everybody it's like when
gets caught.
you run from the police, you lose.
Right,
every
like one out of
time.
100
Like,
people get caught by the police, and it's like every person gets caught on that
Right,
show.
that's right.
Dave, not quoting any stats. I'm not a statistician.
They had to make the joke about it in court, though, when Judge James Brown asked, "So what was stolen was the cheese." Pizargowitz kept an admirably straight face as he replied, "The defendant was informed that it was not yo cheese."
And that's an official statement because it's in quotes right there.
Official statement
Yeah,
by the
that's-
police officer
yeah.
and or judge.
No, I guess it was the guy that
Lawyer?
stole the shit.
Like I said, I mean, I guess what really drew me into it
Who
was
cares?
like
No, yeah, that
The
was the state's
subject
attorney
matter.
that said that.
like he was willing to come to violence over
Over some cheese?
less than $1 worth of cheese.
So here's the thing. My girlfriend loves cheese, but I don't think she would kill anyone or hurt anyone over cheese. That guy must have, like, a cheese fetish.
don't think it was about the cheese.
I think it was like getting
Just a
called
little
out,
character.
probably.
He was
It
a
was an honor. Or
defamation of character?
No, he needed the cheese. He needed it.
He had already done it.
He was going to kill for it.
But let me tell you what, this would be the time in the conversation where we had earlier, we were talking about maybe a timer or a noise that tells us we're carrying on too long. So cheese was stolen. It was covered by us, and let's...
You're saying our timer went off.
Yeah,
We've
that's
gone too
we're
long
going
this
on to
thing.
the next thing here.
But there was more to the article.
Is there? All right.
Not really. He was held on bail at $10,000, and it says that's a very low bond for a robbery, the judge told him. So his bail was for the robbery, and it wasn't for the assault.
That was usually 10%.
Like, was he... Why did it have to do with the cheese when the assault was the issue?
It's not.
So they're saying that the $10,000
Headlines
is
about-
low for robbery, but was he charged with robbery and not the assault
It's
for
probably
the
shot
robbery of
him.
the cheese? That's
Shot
ridiculous.
The
him.
headlines about robbery and the judge charging with assault probably would be my guess.
Yeah, but it says the judge told him it was a low bond for robbery.
What was this amount?
10,000.
So 10,000 is a bond. That's 10%. That means it was $100,000.
What do you tell people in jail?
Wow.
What do you tell people in jail? Like, hey man, why are you in here? Like,
I still.
It wasn't my cheese.
like do you,
It was you. Who cheese was it, man?
Not your cheese.
okay.
Way too many. Yes.
That's when that has to end. Yeah. That's the end of the cheese. That timer just went off for
The
sure.
timer out. We gotta put.
on the
Well, we
notch-
need to come up with a
on the
sound effect, man.
Nacho cheese.
We gotta come up with something like.
I don't. Do we need to talk about this lady that shit her pants?
No, I told you this was just something
Okay.
I put on a list.
No, I know. I
Is
didn't.
this,
Should we talk about the
I should probably talk this earlier.
Yeah.
Talk this earlier.
What do you got?
Is this something that's you're recording the whole thing and then cutting?
We're trying not to. This is in the midst of
I
it.
think it's just a broadcast thing.
All right.
What do you have in mind?
That was my question.
That was it.
This whole like.
What Schwartz wanted to know was
suggestions during.
Oh, us being like, should we do this stuff? Like leaving
Right.
that in the like, broadcast thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that's just part of us talking.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, we decided earlier on that.
Well, I mean, that's natural. I thought as soon as I looked at that, I know you didn't want to talk about it. That wasn't one of our topics.
No.
But as soon as I saw it, I was like, do we really want to talk about this shit? Because we could talk about anything, and I saw it. Thought maybe we could talk about it.
Okay,
So
so basically,
really-
let's just tell them so we're not sitting here being like, oh, here's this thing that you guys don't know about. Okay, so a lady ran into a tree, drunk, pooped her pants, and got arrested. On her way to the from her car to the cop car, there was a poop trail, and the cops
Wait, hold on.
documented her emission. They called it an emission.
You're going so fast. I just want you to.
Wait. I think he was saying, just so people know what we're even referencing right now, but it doesn't really matter.
Please tell me the story.
That was the story. He just did it really fast for
Okay.
you.
Read it because we're here.
All right.
All right.
We're going to talk about the latest shit her pants. 50-year-old woman spotted last week crashing her Ford Explorer twice into a pole. Told police she'd had about 8 Bud Lights.
Big ones, or she's like
Lights, yeah.
Those weren't the only issues she was facing.
crushing some man.
She also had a situation in her shorts.
That's why she was probably driving so
Yeah,
fast.
so, yeah.
She had to get home to. She had the hot
That
button.
was the conversation that I had with you last time about whether you're just going to give up and shit your pants, or if you wait to get home. Sometimes you just got to let it out.
See,
It might be-
it doesn't state when the shit was made, though, so my guess is it's when
Was she pre-shit?
wrecked the second time.
It might have like squeezed the shit out of her.
You
Like,
know what?
she scared the
Sure.
shit out
You
of
don't know that
Knock-
for sure.
knock
You're
the
not
poop out.
a doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
All right.
I don't claim to be, though. No.
First of all, listen here. You don't know what you're talking about.
No,
So-
like me and Murphy said, there's many variables. What did you eat? How long have you been driving while having the
Well,
poop?
here's the
Is it a
thing.
recent occurrence?
She
to
could
you?
have been rushing because she had to shit, hit the thing, right? And she's like, oh shit.
So poop.
And then and then was like, oh shit, I have to clean my pants. I'm embarrassed. I want to get home before this dries. So then she continued to rush.
Well, they said there was 2 accidents. So it could have happened in the first one, and the second one was a
Right,
man.
maybe that's what
that's-
they. Maybe that's what they meant by 2 accidents. Which, Why is
Well,
that,
I'm sorry.
that shouldn't be
I
a
just
thing.
envisioned in my head that I envisioned in my head that she was driving and I can't. That's hilarious.
All right, what is?
That she was driving, hit something because she shit her pants, and then was like, I have to get home now to clean up the shit before it dries because I don't want to ruin these pants because they're the only pants that I have.
By the
I'm
look
so-
of her, that's probably true.
because I'm so poor, right? So she's trying to get home because she wants to hand wash her poop pants,
Okay.
right?
On her grate, what are those grate things called? Washboard.
Washboard.
just like your.
Maybe
abs.
her husband doesn't have washboard abs.
It'd be more like for her, like kitchen sink. But
Right. So
Alright.
she's trying to get home again, and then she wrecks again, and then everyone knows that if you tell a police officer that you had about 8 Bud Lights, dose times dose, that thing.
So she had about 16
she had about
lights.
16 Bud Lights.
all right,
And she's fucking driving her car.
Yeah,
okay.
the thing is, she shouldn't be driving her car anyway because she's drunk, so it doesn't really matter.
Again, it's
I wanna
not
take the
that this
literal
story.
character. I want to do a literal.
Yeah, you be as literal as
I
possible.
want to do a literal character. She shouldn't have been driving. She was drunk.
I mean, it's against the law.
Yeah,
To,
she shouldn't be out there doing that. That's just bad.
The reason
Bad
it's
job,
not
lady.
that the lady running into something pooping and be like, oh, I should poop when she hit something. What I really liked about the article was the cops' statements.
Mhm.
Like, okay, so I don't even think you even really said that. Like,
No, I don't know. They just talk about the affidavit, which is posted here. You can pull it up.
they say excrement in small increments or something like that.
The affidavit did not state which came first, the crash or the accident.
No, I'm saying that I observed. Where are you at? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just the last one.
I observed the defendant's bowel movements secreting from her underwear in small quantities on the ground, leading from the rear of her vehicle to the driver's seat. So, I mean, like, just the way, like, he was just, he's a gung-ho cop, like, no matter what, like, there was blood spatter on on the right quarter side of the front, whatever. Like this lady pooped her pants, and he's like, I experienced small, amounts of excrement.
Yeah, they have to put it in
like
police
official
jargon.
poop terms. Yeah, like I'm respectful.
That was good. She, Bud Lights, whatever. Went to do the test. Pulled up her shorts when she got out of the car so she could do her sobriety test. She blew some crazy amount.
1.85 or something like that.
She blew a 1.88 and a 1.76. Not bad. Not bad at all.
About double down on the legal limit, a little bit higher.
Yeah. What are you reading?
I don't know, just some other thoughts that I had from earlier. Let's get off poop for a little bit, but like we said, it's our strong suit, so we'll come back to it. This isn't poop, but the kids that got kicked off the bus for farting. We'll come back to that.
That's
I don't
poop.
want to double dip.
Yeah, we can't double.
I don't want to double dip in order, so we'll come back to that.
Yeah. We got the lady with the implant in the booty. That's close enough to poop. It's the butt.
Oh yeah. Okay, so where was it? What did we title that? Plastic surgery on a budget.
That's this. Yeah, that was this part. The transgender woman arrested after injecting Fix-A-Flat into her patient's rear. So this chick wants butt implants.
So she herself was transgender and a doctor?
Yes. I think that's how that was termed.
No, I don't think she was a doctor. I think she was just doing it.
She herself was not doctored to put any sort of substance.
No, probably not.
Legitimate butt implant or no?
Yeah, okay, right. It says right here. A transgender woman in South Florida faces charges of practicing cosmetic surgery without a license. So no license.
All right, so she's not doctored.
But she's injecting tire mender called Fix-A-Flat.
Right, so when I think of Fix-A-Flat, I think of a woman, first of all. Not a woman's butt, but a woman's
chest.
Flat tire on the side of the road?
Right, exactly. Like, she doesn't want to change the tire, so I'm going to Fix-A-Flat it, right?
Right.
So maybe that's where she got the idea, She was just fixing a tire, and she's like, man, this would work great in my ass.
I read another story, the same chick, and they said that she's also used, rubber cement and, other various, chemical.
See, what I don't understand is, I personally, I love women. Women turn, they get me going.
They turn him on, guys.
I like women.
They get him going. Women get
just the
a
way
Josh Schwartz of riled.
And I love the shape. I really like the shape of women. It's my favorite thing is a shapely woman. But if I knew that a Fix-A-Flat was in a woman's ass, I'd just be like, bitch, you need to get this shit out.
Well, it's not.
Is that what you would tell her? Tell her, listen, I don't think so.
Listen, I'm letting that whole fake
Then he
Fix
turns
the flat
into
thing.
literal Schwartz.
Yeah.
I think that might harm your body. You might want to get that out of your system.
I don't think that you should.
Listen, I don't think we should be friends. You have Fix-A-Flat in your
Well, the
butt.
best thing about an ass is that either one or two. I prefer the two. I actually prefer the hug, reach around grab because you get the right
bottom.
angle.
To the
But
bottom.
if you don't
To the
get
bottom.
if you get some resistance, that's what you're looking for. A little bit of pushback.
Uh-huh.
But if you get complete resistance, if it's
Steel. Like we're talking about Superman butt.
yeah, you squeeze and it's literally like a tire. That's no bueno, man. And look at her. She looks like Nicki Minaj with a tumor in her ass. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know.
Is that actually her or is that a thing?
That's a picture of one of her patients.
It's something. I don't know what
Well,
it is. But
This lady looks like she literally has a tire.
Here's what the
Her
funniest
ass.
part about it to me actually is that can you imagine being you're this one of these women, and I hate to do a demonstration, but I'm going to say to help me.
Yeah.
But
explain.
you pull down your pants,
Right?
Oh
Right.
my god, Schwartz is actually butt naked right now.
There's no
and-
camera.
With his ass in my face. I'm
Right.
looking
I hate to
directly
do a
ahead.
demonstration, but you pull down your pants and you're butt naked, and this woman walks up with a can of Fix-A-Flat, and you see Fix-A-Flat coming. You're like, oh, I recognize that can.
You can pull up your pants. Now.
That
Okay,
can.
this pants down is completely irrelevant to this point he's trying to make.
But being a woman and you see a can of Fix-A-Flat coming up to your
I
ass.
think she probably puts it in something else. I don't
Did
know.
she put it in something else?
She
See, I
probably
disagree. I
pulls the label off and puts like a prescription for naproxen, slaps it on the sticky metal casing
I
that's
think
left.
she literally just walked up with Fix-A-Flat with a tube.
So I don't know anything
And
about
cut a hole
Fix-A-Flat.
in
Is
a
it like a
butthole.
caulk gun?
If you pop your tire,
Use it like caulk, like a caulk
Basically-
No,
gun?
dude, you just press a button on it, and it air and the goo just goes into the tire.
in the tire and it fills it up. It plugs
Oh,
the
it's
hole.
goo.
If you're on the side of the road,
Right, so
it basically it's foam that goes in, expands, and hardens.
right. So if you
That's
were a kid
fucking
and you wanted to
weird.
fix
That's
your
just shooting up her ass.
broken tire on your bike, you can do the same stuff. You put it on the valve, you pull back the button, and it shoots the green goo in there, and it protects. And not only does it fix the flat, but it also protects from future flats.
Indeed.
How does it react in like liquid? Where's she injecting this to where it's
Probably
still
awful.
doing
That's,
the right
That's the
thing?
issue, right?
Oh.
Is that it's probably A, cancerous, B, cancerous. You got anything on that subject?
In a,
Well, if she
So-
injected it was still in its original form, she could store it and use it later. She could just have it on hand at all times.
Maybe
so
just take
so
it out
not
later
only be
and put
a
it in the
cosmetic thing, but in case she got flat, she could
Closed
hook her ass
captioning
up
tonight. Provided by Fix-A-Flat.
to Josh Schwartz's dick.
Hey, why
was your dick
is
out
your
for so
tire-
long? What were you doing with your dick out?
I was making a demonstration.
For the record, I made zero eye contact with direct eye contact.
With his one eye.
Which was that way, which the other eye, which my butthole,
Yeah.
which might have.
Yeah, brown eye right in the face.
I didn't shave
Okay.
this week, which says Wednesday,
In-
Nor
so
last
you're
week.
Mixed doubles right
which
now?
says Wednesday. What?
How often are you sucking shaving your ass? How often are you doing that?
They're talking often.
I see.
Really?
I can't because
keep it
I
clean,
hate
man.
the stubble. The
Ah,
ass
you don't
stubble.
go all the way
My
down.
thing is this: I save money on toilet paper by shaving my ass. I'm a penny pincher, personally. You know, that's just
Did
If
you
you
read
keep
that
it
in Rich
clean-
Dad Poor Dad?
I didn't. I don't.
A
I,
man who shaves his ass over a
Over
30-year spectrum can save
Well,
$12,200.
I don't know, actually- Speaking of Rich Dad Poor Dad, I read something the other day. You know how razor blades come in 5-pack, pack of 5 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
based on your brand. But people that use razor blades use the first one only like once or twice, 3 times. The second one a little bit more. The third one just a little bit more, and then they just use the shit out of the last 2 of them, which is hilarious to me because I'm a conservator. I'll use that first one for like 2 weeks.
So you're saying these people are dumb, you know, in the end, they're going to be using that last razor for just as long. Why don't they use all of them for that long?
Right, but they're like, I got 5. I got 5 on it. Like, I'm cool, you know?
Yeah.
See, I just don't
Let's
know
get
anything about it
shaved.
because I haven't shaved my face with a razor in close to a decade. You
Yeah, I
know?
don't
So
use a
like
razor.
I at the very least use like a 0 on some clippers or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but here's what I'm kind of wondering. Just back on this Fix-A-Flat topic that we were on. Do you think there? And I haven't researched this. Do you think there's a case where like some dudes have like Fix-A-Flat their
Dicks?
dick?
Dick Fix-A-Flats?
Dicks-A-Flat?
I don't.
I don't.
Should we dare look that up?
Should we try to Google
I mean,
Dicks-A-Flat?
I'm just curious because, like, I think if a woman's willing to go to those extremes to get, you know, a man,
Do you think that it would,
Man has to go
it
to
would increase length or width, or what are you looking for?
I think
here?
you'd be immediately
think-
screwed. I think you'd be
Yeah.
completely fucked, and they'd have to cut your dick off. Is what I think.
Right.
I mean, I think you'd be useless. I think you'd be forever flaccid or whatever oblong shape.
Because here's the thing: a butt stays normal size all the time, right?
I guess
if you dicks a flat, what happens when your dick reduces size when it's cold and hot? You know, based on temperature and based on blood flow.
See, I think that probably would all lump up in one like little like
Right.
like roll of quarters section or half a roll of quarters.
Or
so that
you
it'd
could
be
just-
heavy. You know?
If you had some sort of
Yeah.
dicks a flat surgery,
There it is.
no way.
Oh, it's there.
Someone's done it.
No, it says man and it's.
Oh, damn
Damn
it.
it!
Wait, hold
But-
on.
Check this out: if you had dicks a flat and you had a circumcision,
Look at his face.
it would just add the circumcision on, and release it later. Does that make sense?
Look at
Yeah,
these
I can see
freaks
that.
and this stuff. It's
What if
hilarious.
they did it to their balls? What if they thought it was like it was sexy to have big balls?
Oh, look at this headline on this one. Trainee doc injects fix-a-flattened fanny. They rhyme trainee and fanny. That's clever.
the same one.
No, I know, but it was just a clever headline.
Isn't that
I
awesome?
enjoyed the...
That's fucking great.
Man arrested for boosting butts with cement. No. None of this is... Alright, but there was a thing that popped up that said some guy injected silicone for 6 years.
I saw some other shitty like back alley doctor thing today where some dude got arrested for doing acupuncture.
Oh, this is a video.
Toothpicks, like toothpicks,
What?
like not.
Not the real things?
No,
You just
like,
close your eyes. Close your eyes. We're not going to put toothpicks in you.
I don't know
swear.
how he
Close-
got
close your
toothpicks into
eyes.
people's bodies, but he was arrested.
You put your head down on one of those massage tables and you don't know what's going in your back.
Oh, this was on Tosh.0 at some point.
I feel like there was.
Oh man.
What
This
was
is the-
fix a flat ass?
No, this is a guy for 6 years injecting silicone into his penis. Elon's
Oh,
for-
yeah.
No wait, silicone makes you have that no wrinkle though. So maybe he was trying to put it in his
Like
ball
super
sack so he had like a
soft.
no wrinkle ball
It says
sack.
penis.
What?
Silicone penis.
Look like a
I don't
apple,
know. There's a
you know?
video. I don't know if I
Super
want to.
smooth.
Should we check this
No
out?
vein.
Completely puffy.
Should we see what's going on with this guy's dick?
No, I
I've
guess it's
seen
happening.
one dick
Wow,
already.
that's a
Let's
great.
just see
That's a
another
great
one.
dick.
I guess that's happening.
Like a.
That's a great.
You don't have to see him do it, dude.
This is not actually
gonna
show his
He's
dick.
gonna-
Everybody's
he's
attention.
gonna-
It's
Huh?
You can already
Wow.
tell he's got some '90s dad
No.
jeans on.
Would you like to name it though?
Oh, maybe he's
He's
gonna
gonna
show
do
it.
it. He's gonna
Just
do it.
show
They're
it.
not gonna show this dick.
Just show his dick.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh,
That is
That thing,
the
the Loch Ness
weirdest.
monster
No,
is true.
It looks like
it's like a fetus.
no. That's
Would you like to hold it?
Why is he?
The Loch Ness monster.
Why is he doing this?
Don't show
stop.
it
Get
again.
this out of here. Get this out of here.
This
This is
is
not
not
natural.
natural.
This is not
He
natural.
has-
Stop. That's disgusting.
3 balls.
What is
And
that?
That's not even a wiener.
That looks like
6 years of injecting silicon.
Why did he do it for 6 years? At some point it had to-
sex, but he has no regrets.
this guy.
He has no
hasn't had sex with
regrets.
it
This
ever.
guy has no
Sometimes I
regrets for
see a
shooting
really young
silicone
guy
in
and
his
I
dick for a.
Let's see what he has to say.
This is the best topic I've ever seen.
No,
But
let's see what he
that's
has to
not
say.
going to happen. And you know what? The pleasure and the adventure,
Of
the
what?
experience that I've gotten from this is way, way,
Does he
way
do his lips
better
too?
than
Looks like
Probably
it.
the whatever 15 minutes of pleasure that I would get from being able to penetrate once in a while.
What a fucking elephant!
Anything.
Because it
You
would
can't
just
get that dick
kind
in
of go
anything.
everywhere.
Does it
It
get
was
hard?
difficult to control.
He's alright.
And
It's
so
just
I
like
started
that girl that
learning
drinks
about-
gasoline, man. First
You know,
stop.
all-
Stop.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The girl that drinks gasoline, who's addicted to drinking gasoline. That's this guy. He's so addicted to putting silicone in his penis that he enjoys it.
I
Like,
can't
he
describe what I
gets
saw.
pleasure off it. He
Yeah.
would rather inject, like, if some girl was at a bar with him and was like, I will suck your fucking dick off so hard, he'd be like, baby, I got silicones to inject in my dick tonight. I'm sorry. I'm out of here.
She couldn't do it. No one could do it.
There's nothing you can do.
No, like,
with
I'm
that
talking
No
like
one
in the
can do
beginning. Like in the beginning.
You would have to. I'm trying to think of something. What do you do with that? Do you like lube up a coffee can? Like, just fucking, I don't know.
sounds very.
I don't
sharp
even know.
on the edges.
I don't even know what I saw. I have no clue.
Just
what
like
I saw.
in prison. In prison where they take the toilet paper roll and they put the toilet paper inside and they put the lubes and stuff inside and they use it as a thing.
Oh my god.
Right?
Whoa, you don't have to be in prison to do that.
Right. But that's what they do in prison to simulate. It's simulation, right?
Okay. Well, I couldn't be doing that.
But that guy,
Well.
yeah, he would have to use a fucking Folgers metal coffee can, like when you put cigarette butts in.
It's
And
like
cut the end off of it. Like, that's awful.
like that South Park episode where Randy's balls were huge,
Oh.
ball cancer or whatever that was.
Yeah.
It looked like he had.
It was the...
It looked like that, but
fried
there
chicken.
was 3 of them, and one of them like kind of had an indention in it that was supposed to be a penis.
Well, it
It
looked
was
like
the
he was
companion.
originally uncircumcised. So like
You
the
can't
fact
tell.
that he,
There's no way
the
you could
fact,
do it. There's
well,
no
I
way you
mean,
could
It
do
was
that.
like sucked back in on
I don't know what I saw, dude. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. That was disgusting. That is honestly, that is fucking me up. Disgusting.
I'll tell you about some other adjustments in a second. All of these adjustments, though, they just add to the excitement for me because it's just another reminder And it's part of the odyssey of all of this.
Again, in case
Yeah,
we
so
were
I was
babbling,
sitting
this guy
down with you for
shoots
a long time.
silicone
Well,
into his dick
then the
balls.
size got to be
Dick
that
and balls.
when I would sit down, I'd get wet. It would get dunked into the water in a lot of toilets, including my own here.
Oh, his
And
dick
so
wouldn't
I would
fit
just
in there.
sort of squat over the bowl, you know. I
So
think that
because his
just the
dick
fact
balls
that
are
people
so huge, he squats over the
look
toilet.
at me and either wonder
God.
what's going on, what is that, why did you do that, and the basic questions that people ask: can you still have an orgasm? Things like that.
The
I'm
answer
getting
is no.
people
I
to
can't.
think, and I'm challenging their ideas of what a penis should look like, how a penis should function.
Okay, so this guy is
So he
blowing the doors
wants-
off of what a penis should look like. He is taking this thing and just knocking out the walls on what a dick should look like, and just opening some minds. Really breaking some ground here.
His penis, yeah, it looks like a fetus being born out of his dick.
It
Like
looks
if he got pregnant and had the baby through his penis, but it can't get out because the dick hole's too small. That's what his dick looks like.
What kind of jeans do you think he has to wear? Does he wear some
Jeans? Are you what?
He was wearing some sort of.
He was wearing
jeans.
jeans. I
Yeah.
guess just like husky. So
But
they have,
you
like-
have to go back in time, even for guys that are dads now that want to wear their old school jeany weenie Levi's. You can't find jeans that fit big like that.
Yeah, but there's dudes with front butt.
That guy.
That's just like that'd probably be the same as wearing crazy front butt pants, but he just has a crazy weird
Do they still make
Yes.
those? What
Front-
brand?
front butt pants.
You just turn
Well-
around backwards, or
Yeah.
I think that if we were trying to find at least the equivalent to a dude
Chris
shooting
Cross will make you-
fix-a-flat into his dick, that's as close as we're gonna get because
That's-
that was obscene.
Yeah, that basically was fix a flat. Yeah, it was. Wow. I don't know. We can't. I mean, we
So-
finished the article. It's 10
Yeah,
seconds.
so in those respects, I think that I am challenging what people think a penis should be.
What a penis should be.
He's just laying the groundwork for future crazy looking penises, I guess.
Should we go back to farts? Should we talk about the kids on the bus? Kids on the bus getting kicked off for farting.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got that pulled up.
Move on to that.
Yeah.
That was a good one. 2 Canal Winchester Middle School students were booted off the school bus last week for, passing gas. I have to read it the way the
You
article's
have to
written.
do the inflection.
I have to
like
do
it's
it.
typed, yeah.
The way the article's the Columbus Dispatch here. We got by Randy Ludlow. Thanks Randy for the. I'm just gonna make fun of you the whole time because you sound like an idiot. James Nichols, Christine Kazora are upset at their son's flatulence. What the fuck? I can't read now.
I
I'm
can't
an
read it.
idiot.
It's so tiny, but it's good. Carry on.
Are upset
Plus.
that their son's flatulence was designated as an obscene gesture by school officials. Their 13-year-old son and another boy were on the school bus Thursday when they both experienced an emission.
what's
Emission
wait,
was
wait.
in quotations, right?
That's a fart. No, it just says
Is that
emission.
a poopy fart or?
It's just an emission. You can let out some gas.
I
All right.
guess a fart. I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Carry
It doesn't
Is
specify.
this a SBD?
I'm not sure the definition of emission when referring to farts. If there's
Okay.
poop involved. or not.
Emission just covers something coming out of something else.
Yeah.
Can we-
Usually in
can
a
we-
gaseous
Can
form.
we Google emission?
Nah, we'll just
Like
fucking
if I
read
think
it.
about emissions on a car, I can see the emissions coming out. Can you see?
It is.
the
It's
gas?
like gas. It's like they fart and it's like a cloud of smoke that comes out.
Right.
That's what I think about, like,
Basically, this is how you say fart
Like-
in an article on any news website or.
What I think about though is the gas coming out of the car. Like, so he farted and like they could see the gas coming out of his butt.
Well, you'll find out here.
Children being children, the flatulence apparently caused a ruckus on the bus amid a flurry of laughs, jeers, and lowering of windows. 'Cause
Naturally.
it smelled, so they rolled the windows down. Everyone's laughing, having a good time. They were jeering.
Jeering.
They were jeering.
That's real
There were
efficient.
jeers.
Which it goes with joyful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Canal Winchester Middle School officials cited the boys for making an obscene gesture in violation of the Student Code of Conduct and revoking their rides to school Friday.
No farting in the bus.
God.
They got suspended from the bus for farting. Bus driver had warned the boys a few weeks ago after another joint gas attack.
Joint. These
So
guys are like,
they had once attacked the bus with their farts.
but they collaborate.
and they got
Like,
they
does
got a
one
warning.
wait? He's like, dude, I got to fart. And they're like, hold on, dude. I mean, I'm not there yet. Like, do they wait for each other? Like, because they say it's been a repeat dual offense.
I think they probably share lunches. Maybe they're eating the same thing that's producing the farts.
At the
You
same
think
time.
they're just on
Maybe
cue
they-
with each other?
Are they
Like,
the same
must.
height, same weight, eat the same things at the
I
same
don't know.
time?
Maybe whatever combination of the folks we got here making these farts just makes for the perfect laughter and jeering.
It sounds like me. If I was a kid on a bus, I would make fake fart noises, and people would be like, "Oh my gosh!" and they roll the windows down.
They're
Yeah.
13. If you're making fake fart sounds, you're not that funny.
No.
Dude,
I mean, what?
That's when it's really funny.
I still.
Actually, I'm
okay.
25. We're
Does
all
anyone
25.
else make
Yeah,
fake fart sounds to themselves when they're in the car by themselves?
Naturally.
I mean,
Is that? Think about that. Think about if there's a camera on you and you're driving down the road. You haven't talked in about 7 minutes or more.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, you're just like to yourself. Like there's no one around, and you have literally been silent for. Anyway, I'm sorry, tangent. But
You're okay.
What?
You're
I just
okay.
wanted to know.
Talking
I
about?
wanted to know if
Talking
anyone else
about
had
something. You
experienced.
fucking idiots. Finish what you're
I
saying.
just wanted to
You
know. I
fucking-
needed to know. If,
Finish what you're saying.
I just
You say
needed
it.
to know.
And I regress. No, but I feel like it's fake. You know, like who could and like where's the proof?
Oh, you're saying they're like just making
They're
this
just making
up to
fart
make
noises.
people laugh.
Right, and they're just making people
Well,
laugh.
they rolled the windows
No, they're
down.
saying
It must
that
have
they
been smelly.
bombed the bus.
I know, but hey, here's the
They
deal.
farted
If someone
themselves.
makes a fart noise, what's the first thing you do? What's your instant reaction?
Laugh your ass off.
The thing is,
And
how
or roll the windows down. Like that's when I hear a fart noise, whether it's my butt rubbing up against leather or whatever, a window down.
But I see it as this. I think
That's
there's,
weird. You know. All right.
There's more scent here. Think about. Okay, we got to think about the scenario. The
No,
setting.
my first reaction to scent is not window down because that, especially on a bus. How long does it take to roll down the window on a bus? Your fingers up, you're jamming it up and down. You're trying to get it. Your first thing on a bus is you cover up. You immediately cover up, and you just wait till
must not remember much. I don't-
you wait
I
till
don't-
it passes. You wait till it passes. It's
No,
what a
listen.
15-second mishap.
But the
You move it on
repeat
your
offenders, you're missing the history behind it. The repeat.
Yeah, they already been warned about this once.
Yeah.
I fart on the bus every day.
The thing is, you're
Well,
not.
I fart
You're
every
not
day.
going
I'm
to hear
farting
it.
right
You're
now.
just going to smell it. So it must be so foul that a complaint was made.
So
Oh, but I don't
apparently, the designated repeat offenders were handed one-day bus suspensions. Had a sense of humor about the incident, but is amazed his 7th grader, Anthony, would be kicked off the bus for doing what comes naturally and accidentally. It's very laughable. Of course it is. Farts is funny. They were reported to the vice principal. And they discussed the punishment. He suggested my son should hold his gas on his hour-long bus ride, if in fact he has gas. They're on the bus for an hour.
Sorry, so I have two questions
Why
about
are they
that.
on the bus for an hour?
Two questions. Number one,
They
when
get
you're
picked up first.
when you were in
Good
school
morning.
and you had to fart in class, did you ever fart on the plastic chair where it vibrated it real good and it made it really loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where they go up your butt crack.
And it just
Like
it's-
you have
it's-
this
it's
perfect
back and
seal
forth,
between you
right?
and the
and
chair.
it
It's
just
like
it echoes,
and you feel it come up your back.
right? So that can't be as bad as.
It's like
So
feel it
what I'm
rumble up
trying to think about is still the bus scenario where there's a bunch of children laughing, giggling. Everyone's having a good time, you know, like they're on the way home. No, you can't even hear a fart on the way home, probably, which is ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. You were talking
Second-
about. Well, they heard it. They made the
Right.
noise. No one's hearing.
No
it.
one's
They're
hearing a
smelling
fart
it. This
on a
is
bus
sheer.
unless it's like the dead silent on the way to school bus,
Exactly.
which
No one's-
is the iPod bus. I'm sure for these 10-year-old kids. And the second one I want to bring up is the South Park. Can we reference South Park? Is that okay?
whatever you want if you want to talk about it.
The South Park where they held their flatulence in and they set on fire.
Right.
Which is actually in a reference to a real situation where someone held their farts in so much
Right.
that they combusted. They blew up. So this guy is basically saying, you can't ride this bus or you set on fire.
He's putting their lives in danger by not allowing them to fart, because if they hold in their farts, they could explode.
Right.
This is George Costanza wrapped up in a nutshell with the whole peeing at the gym episode. You know, you can't do it if it's there. You gotta go. You know, I don't know. It's retarded that they got in trouble, but
Which, I mean, yeah. not in trouble, maybe for making a disruption, but they can't be told not to fart. Is they like maybe not make a big deal about it or whatever?
Well,
like
all
it's
they
natural.
have to do is fucking fart and blame it on somebody else, or not say
like a
anything.
normal
Just don't
person.
say anything. Everyone's guessing. Someone farted. I can't say that someone else farted because then they'll think I farted. Because at 13, he who smelt it sure as hell did dealt it. And yeah, I did say dealt.
Did dealt it.
Yeah, I said it like that. But I'm saying, all you gotta do is let it go. Who's the wiser? All right.
I mean, if you fart on the bus, who cares? I don't understand.
No one cares about.
Should we
farting.
call somebody, or
Should
I mean, should they pull
We
over
still
and?
we got some
You want
stuff?
to take a break? We'll just take a break for a little bit.
What do you
here.
guys want to listen to? Oh, you can't
We're
talk
not
back
gonna-
because we're not live.
We're not gonna.
We
We're gonna
ever
play
do this
something to
live? You ever
don't
think about
believe it?
that? How do we
Oh,
do
yeah, we'll
this
do it
live?
live.
How do we do this to where people hear us
I
live?
don't know. We just.
Is there a format for that? Forum?
Yeah, we can eventually figure out how to. Oh man, we've been on here for like 40 minutes. Sitting in this room talking about nothing for like
Maybe this one will
40
be
minutes.
like an hour
Yeah,
and
break
a half.
break won't be a bad idea at all. Then we need a break. Everyone needs a break from this. Let's
Give me a break.
let's play something
Give
else.
me a break.
In the
Give me a
middle of
break.
this
Give me
broadcast
a
here.
break, 'cause that-
Fuck it. This whole thing is going to be recorded for you.
It's a bad joke.
For you setting up your joke in the near future here. All right, back. We're back. We're back recording.
Back to it.
We're gonna say hello again. I hope you enjoyed whatever we decided to put in the break there, which isn't a break for anyone but us. You have to listen to us the entire time. Whatever we do. All right. More news. The A's pitcher getting all busted and stuff, just the way Melky did. What do you think?
Bartolo Colon.
Cologne, man. But what do you think? You're the expert here.
You're
at
the
moment.
know-how,
You're the one that knows it all, Mr. Schwartz.
Well, basically this to get, they get tested, and if you come back with over 4 times the amount of testosterone in your body than normal person, then you're busted, right? So it means Bartolo Colon and Melky Cabrera and might as well be Ryan Braun all tested over 4 times the amount of testosterone in the normal body. Clinky. Which is ridiculous because the MLB actually allows up to 4% or 400% of the normal testosterone. So I could have 370% of the normal testosterone in my body.
Way more than you would ever have for any reason.
Right.
Is allowed.
But they allow it. Now, why they do that? Is it to fill fan seats? Seats in stadiums or whatever. Who cares? But it's it's obviously an issue. Like, it's a long season, but these guys really need to be doing that. They need to be stuffing their bodies with this testosterone, or
Most people are doing it, right?
on
It
ESPN
seems like.
radio the other day, they had an interview with I don't want to name names, but some guy, and a leader in the industry, said that he estimates that about 50% of MLB players are using some sort of testosterone, which is ridiculous. To think that 50% of people are cheating and they're in Major League Baseball, like, you're watching that every day. Like, I know I am. I'm highly invested in it. We have Melky Cabrera, who was the NL MVP, who hit the game-winning run in the All-Star game, which means that
Home field advantage.
that home field advantage in the World Series is for the National League.
Because the dude's using drugs.
he
But
cheated,
like 50% of those dudes are using drugs, according to whatever. So what is it?
So Melky Cabrera did it. Ryan Braun won the NL MVP last year. When he bat 330 with 40 plus, around 40 home runs. It's like 36, something like that. And he won, and they didn't even do anything. Bartolo Colon, I almost don't care because he's awful, and he's fat, and he's ugly, so who cares?
What interests me about Melky, though, is apparently he has, a background, associates in web design or something like that.
Are you talking about the website?
He
Yeah,
knows
his little
stuff about
website cover job. Where he's like, oh no, I bought it from this site. Like, he made the site. I just think that's awesome. I mean, that's
Say a cover site. All right, he put up a fake site, which is highly, publicized on ESPN, and so on and so forth. I feel like it's not that interesting to me that he did that, but I feel like the other part is that, 50%, and that these guys can use that much, and that they just don't care. Like, where's the testing at? Like, where's the... Like,
why are they allowed to get a certain percentage of it?
right, that's ridiculous. I mean, I feel like...
Are there things that aren't illegal that would allow you to have that high of a percentage that's why it's set like that?
Right, so they have this test now that they can do as opposed to actual testosterone, which is created by your body, to manufactured testosterone or whatever the actual names that they're using. So they have a test now where they can tell whether you're using any sort of fake testosterone at all. I mean, I think if you're using any fake testosterone, it shouldn't be allowed. Like, you shouldn't be able to just take any sort of pill. Like, you can't take any PEDs.
But
I mean, these guys aren't even allowed to take Adderall. They can't take Adderall.
Do you think there's like a possible way to control that for the entire league?
Yeah, of course there is. Just like
What
said,
are you
they have
saying-
a test to show if it's artificial testosterone. It's like as we said earlier, it's their unions. Basically, unions
Yeah,
are
but
on the show here.
I'm talking to how much this testing costs and stuff like that, because you're
Right.
saying they only test.
We're talking about Major League Baseball. They
387.
spend millions of dollars on these players.
Yeah, but you're saying they only test so many people a year.
Right. So
There's got to be a reason for that, or they don't care. Like,
whatever
there's no-
whatever the number is that is in their collective bargaining agreement is where they're allowed to test. No, it's like 400 or less total for the season. So think about how many teams there are, players there are, how many people come up from.
There's people
AAA.
everywhere. Yeah.
All right, so they do an initial testing when you show up to basically spring training, their training camp or whatever, spring training. They test you then, and then after that, they don't have a set testing date. They can only test you at the ballpark, and so they have all these ways that they can get around it. They can put the patches on their knees, their legs, whatever. Like it's rapid. Their body takes it in really quick. They take it off in the morning, and they're clean. They're below 400%, which is obviously a ridiculous percent.
You said they put it up their butt
But-
too. They test
I didn't
testosterone up their butt.
Test. No, I didn't say that, but they put
So
it. They
none
put
of
it in
it's going up the
spots
butt.
that is, like things that baseball players use, like that are vulnerable, like knees, ankles,
Right.
arms.
Let's say
Elbows.
you could get your way, and they could prevent anyone from using anything illegal playing. What would that take, and is that even possible?
So just like they do the Olympics, right before you go and play, they take a test. They test you before you go and compete. I know there's a
So
lot
before every game, every player is going to get tested to see if they've just been throwing that patch on their knees.
I'm just saying.
Is that like a thing they can do?
400% is way too much. First of all, second of all, they should be tested more often and more frequent. Not that every day that they go out and play, they should assume that people are cheating, but it's got to be better than that. Like, I look up,
They should
I
be
look
able-
up these
yeah, they
people.
should be able to crack
Kids look
down.
at these people. Think about Bartolo Colon's child. Like, he has multiple children. Okay, so his children look up to him every single day, and then all of a sudden, your
Well,
dad
that's
is
his own
he's
stupid-
a cheater.
Yeah,
He's a-
that's his stupid fucking fault.
He's a
for doing
cheater,
it.
right? So he did that.
Yeah.
Think about what his kids think about himself and then how they relate it to baseball.
Yeah, they're like, well, my dad cheated, so I'll cheat through baseball, or
Or everyone else cheats. That's how
Or-
you get to the big leagues, is that you cheat.
Yeah.
That's awful. That shouldn't be the precedent that we should be setting for children or anyone. You should get to there by ability, not by drugs. You shouldn't be Barry Bondsing your way to AAA or
Forever named the Barry Bonds. Well, he's the latest documented, record setter.
right. I mean,
They were saying with Milky, like, why don't I think he's got like a visa or something? Like, why haven't they deported him? Like, basically, what he's done is a crime. Like, he should be out of the country anyways. Like,
I don't know.
is that a thing? Can you do that?
pretty sure.
What law did he violate? For
I
the
think
United
it was
States?
the website
Or he's on
fraud.
or he's
He
on
shouldn't
like
be
a
here
working
anyways,
visa.
bro.
He's
probably
on like a working visa.
Most of these guys wouldn't be here unless they had passed some sort of testing to begin with, but because of their ability, they are forego the testing. Like, you couldn't show up in a ship. Melky Cabrera couldn't be like, I'm in New York, I'm at Statue of Liberty, let me in. And they'd be like, no.
America.
Right? You can't do that. You can't do that. There's all this testing. Like, you have to know who's the first president of America, blah, blah, blah. They have this test. He is just allowed in because he's good at baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. But either way, I just feel like I'm hosed. Like, I'm hosed. Like, all these players are hosed. And it reminds me of the story of a golfer. This guy owned a golf course, right? And he would go out to bars late at night with drunk guys would be there, and he would bet them. Basically, he would say, hey, here's the deal. I'll let you free on my golf course tomorrow, but I bet you $100 that I make a 50-foot putt right when we get out there, the first green. And the guys would laugh at him like, sure thing, 50-foot putt, not a chance that you would ever make this putt. So this guy would go out to the first green, middle of the night, and he would place a hose on the ground, right, a big long hose, and he'd take it 50 feet out, and he'd put it right up to the hole. And he would just set it there for most of the night. But what he would do is he'd walk along the hose, right? So he's basically laying a line from 50 feet out to the hole, and he would mark it where he left the hose at. And he'd pick it up before everyone got there in the morning, and he would ship it off. Now, the thing about a green in the morning, which most people don't know, is that it has dew on it. You really can't see what the line is. He's covering it up. So he would go out to the first green with these guys in the morning, which he bet $100 with, or whatever the bet was, and he would place a ball on the mark that he left and hit a straight putt to the hole. Now, this ball is basically following a funnel that the hose left on the ground all the way up to the hole, and it would go in.
Right.
Bang. $100, $100. He just made $300, let these guys on for free, so who cares? Now, the punchline is, obviously, these guys got
hosed.
They got hosed. Yeah.
So,
hosed.
So
like, literally.
It just literally reminds me of these, like, of just cheating. These guys are getting cheated.
Yeah. It wasn't their cheese.
Whose cheese was it?
See,
It was your cheese.
I respect the hose. I think that's actually pretty awesome. And I've never considered, like, I'm not saying cheating for money, but if it was like a trick, you know, if you're just like, I'm gonna make this putt, but then you're like, you know, for the money.
But so did he? What was that? You were you the man with the hose, Schwartz?
I did not do that.
You didn't know whether you weren't the man with the hose.
I did not do that.
So that was your like joke you made up. That was the made up joke.
I knew he was cute.
I don't know if that was made up or not, or what. If it was implied before. Awful joke, by the way.
You made it up though on the spot, or is
you
that
could
like
be
a
like,
thing you've...
now don't you think this guy's a hoser?
Yeah.
Hey,
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no, the best part is that he used a hose to hose someone, which is just, what's the word?
I guess ironic.
Ironic.
Oh, iconic. It is iconic.
It's an iconic, ironic.
It's definitely ironic.
I mean,
Don't you think?
Absolutely hilarious.
I think it is.
You don't think it's funny?
No, it's good. I like it.
It's a good story too.
I
It
would,
had structure, you know, it was well laid out. I like it. I had fun. I had a good time.
Bad story. I'll never be back on this.
It was good. It's, you know what? It was just all your anticipation of doing it. Because you
I
thought about it so many times, and then you were like, and you know, so he put the hose up, so then when he hit the putt, it was straight. Like, yeah, I know, that's what he did the hose. You don't need to say all that stuff, but yeah, you were so excited to get to the thing that you kind of ruined. Like,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin it for you, but
no,
I mean,
ruined it for
think
me.
about
ruin
that.
it for yourself. You gotta live in the moment here. When you're hanging out with us here, we're trying to do the things.
All right,
as
I
they come
disagree.
along.
I disagree. I think Murphy is overly critical. I think he's shooting for the stars, but he's shooting his friends' stars.
You hope for the worst, but
process.
you plan for the best, or you plan for the worst and you hope for the best.
It's a good story.
You hope for the best. It was a good story.
It's a good
I
story.
enjoyed it. I was just trying to.
I didn't detect that it was your own until about halfway through.
Yeah.
So that to me is a success in its
Because the
own.
thing about the hose, you said hose.
I said hose like 14 times on into it.
Well,
Just to
halfway
cue
through,
you,
I
I was
already
about to
said
tell
hose
that
like 10 times.
Hose story.
I forgot that we were supposed to cue you in with the hose.
No, I was hosing
You
myself.
hosed yourself.
I hosed.
You hose yourself.
You hosed
That's
yourself
good.
with that
That's
joke.
good. I thought it was a success. Good story. If there's more of that to come, then man, you people are in for a while.
You know,
ride.
it kind of reminds me of the time
Ew. I tried to think of a good story. Like, right now my recollection's failing.
I don't. Do we have anything else to say about the baseball players? Do we have any other baseball players?
Baseball. Well, my perspective since I was
next set of stories.
since I was quiet the whole time because I'm a guy that likes to learn, and I feel that you got the knowledge that maybe I don't have, Schwartz. My perspective is that this is America, and if people want to shoot ball stuff into their arms to be more American and badass, then hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, bro.
P.Neis is on the side that they should be allowed to use it.
Smash that ball.
Just go ahead and
what I don't
use
understand
it
is
if you want.
the HGH and the other stuff that you can go to a GNC and purchase right now. You can go buy that shit. They're not allowed to use it, so it's like, really? But you can't go on the street and buy Could you go to just buy testosterone? To an actual pill? No.
You can get prescribed to it, but you document it as having low testosterone.
Right. Or you can get it a low supplement in specific things. But not 400%. Right?
So where are they getting all this testosterone from?
We should probably pull up the website, because I don't know the exact, I don't want to misreference, but the same guy that was like the cult steroid guy, he is also the head of the steroid thing, or the testosterone thing.
Yeah, was he like Melky's agent or something like that, or
No, that guy, Nunez or whatever his name was, he was actually also banned by Major League Baseball today or yesterday.
That's fucking awesome.
He is not allowed to participate in any sort of Major League Baseball activities, and you can't.
he's just like banned from baseball?
Right.
It's like the crime ring kingpin of sports. Think about the money that's made off of it, and think about the fucking.
He made
just
this
barely
guy
dodging
made,
the legalities to do it. Like, now I'm going to switch from HCC or whatever to testosterone.
Right.
Like, just changing a molecule here.
But that's not that guy. The guy that got the Nunez guy is not the guy. That is the guy that's saying
The supplier.
right.
Yeah.
He's not. They're not the same person. I wish I knew more to tell you exactly what it was, but I read about that Nunez today, and I heard about the other thing the other day. So I don't know all the right stuff.
That's why hockey's the best sport. Yep, that's what I'm going to say to that.
You think they're gonna play or
No. Yes. Yeah.
so,
But even if they are going to play with this whole lockout thing, but I guess that sidetracked me a little bit. But I feel like I'm not even ready. It's for hockey season. I feel like I committed so hard to St. Louis Blues hockey 11-12 that I'm still recovering. I'm still recovering. Like, honestly, to this day, I'm still like I took, a lot of those hard nights where you lost and shit like that. Like, I take it hard. I think a lot of people do. I think it's like part of being a Blues fan, but I'm not ready to just start all the way over. How many games are in a season?
82.
I missed 4 games last year.
That's just 82 plus
how many
7, give or take, next season for more heartbreak.
Okay, so even if the lockout's solved, they're saying it could push things back like 2 months. Okay, when does hockey end? June?
But will they actually?
June?
Will they just pick up where they left off, or will they actually add? I think what they would do is that they would just say,
cut some games off the season.
They just cut it. Yep, just like they
That make for an
They
interesting
did
season.
with basketball that one season.
Yeah,
they
I could
blast-
be down with that. That would actually make for an interesting season, to tell you the truth. But fuck, man, I mean, like, the Blues are finally catching a leg. And
Yeah, but that
they're
fucks
gonna-
with everything because the schedules, unless they reset did they reset the schedules, or is it just those first games are cut and then they play whoever else after that?
no,
Because that could
I
fuck
know-
up who everyone
they
plays
can-
and
I
how
think
often.
They might change it. I can't say that, but I know that in basketball what they did is that they just continued with. They found a good pickup spot where they wanted to pick it up at. They picked it up right about like Thanksgiving or something like that, and they just went on from there. But they crammed in more games. Like I'm talking like they were playing 5, 6, 7 games.
Oh, you're talking
in
about
a row. They crammed the rest of the season in.
You're talking about playing all 82 games in that amount of time.
No, because hockey, they play fucking 3 games a week as it is.
Right, no, but they crammed. Basically, what they did is they
cannot
they
do
didn't
that.
play as many games, but they crammed in. Say they put in 1 more game a week is what they did. So
Dude, people
basically,
be
you would
hurt
say like say
all
they
the
took out
time.
2 months of hockey and they put in 1 more game a week. these guys were like injuries and stuff in basketball this year were like rampant. Like people were getting hurt all the time.
Things
they were
are
tired
in sports probably for a reason.
Yeah, right. So like these guys were way overtired, traveling, playing the same day, like awful things like you should be doing in sports. And it's bad for the sport. But hockey has the decision to make that decision because they can either say, all right, well, we have to make this much money based off attendance and TV sales and blah blah blah. So they cram more games in. You know, like we have to.
They have to
money.
Like NBC Sports has got a 10-year contract for
how many games?
NHL for a fuck ton of games, and
they have to play that many games though. They can't have a holdout and say, okay, well, fuck it. You know, we don't care that they played 30 less games. No, they care because they're losing advertising.
Well, right? They're saying like that NBC. You know, at this point, since it's so early on in the contract, they don't know if there's something that allows them to get out of it. So that would be such a fucking kick in the nuts to hockey if NBC.
Right, it affects more things than you think about.
Oh
right?
Yeah, dude. I've been watching Mad Men. I know how the advertising works. Okay, I'm like in there. Donald Draper's my dude. John Hamm is a huge Blues fan.
Yeah.
No, I like to see a full hockey season.
He's creepy in Bridesmaids. He does those like faces that are so awkward.
When he laughs right in her face.
The veins are popping his neck. He's just doing these little short thrusts. It's just like...
What's weird for me about hockey that I don't like about that is that we have hockey and football coming up almost at the same time. And football is so publicized. I hate how publicized it is. Like, they pay so much attention to their pre-camps and their all this other shit.
It's because there's only
they haven't even said, I haven't heard a word about hockey yet. Like, if I didn't know that it was
whether they're playing or not.
Right. If I didn't know that this was happening, then like if I didn't read somewhere else in like Espen or something like that,
like,
you would have no idea. You would have no idea that it was coming up. Like you wouldn't even know that they were already practicing.
Yep.
You would have no idea.
Like, no one cares about hockey.
Fucking hockey is the most honorable sport there is that no one gives a shit about. That's why the whole segue to hockey was like, we were bitching about something, was it baseball or whatever. The reason I think hockey is the best fucking sport is because they use the penalty embellishment. And it basically means that we are an honorable sport. We're here to compete, and if you do your fucking nonsense, if you fucking pretend to get hurt, to get a penalty, to get an advantage on the other team, then fuck you, you're getting the penalty. And that's why soccer's trying to adopt that. Soccer's trying to adopt embellishment. Right. That was like a huge thing about the Olympics. There were so many fake fucking penalties that it's ridiculous.
That's like the game. That's what soccer is.
I know. They're trying to fucking call that. They're trying to kill that, which I think is fucking awesome.
But that's like part of the sport is for people to like, I think they need the rest and stuff too.
And I think that anybody that pretends
some
to
people,
fucking fall.
They're running for like 45 minutes straight. I think some people roll around and fall for an extra second or two to get everyone to like relax for a minute and like collect themselves.
Fuck them. Soccer players are honestly second to football. I guess they're like what the highest fucking. Actually, some soccer players are paid higher than that's the biggest sport in the world. That's what they're there to do, and to fucking watch somebody in high def slow mo get their legs kicked out from under them, where you just see no contact at all, and they do the face immediately, just you know, it's just like fuck you, man. And hockey, I swear, is the only sport that's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, stop that. Everyone saw that. Get in the fucking penalty box. Like, that's what's up. That's what's up. And I think that if soccer did that, it'd be a whole. I mean, I'm starting to like soccer more than I used to. But
it's a tough sport. It's, as an American, you know, it's a tough sport to really, really like.
Because it's just like the popular stuff. I don't know. I'm such an asshole about pop culture stuff, but just like popular music is popular. It's because it's the massive thing. Like it's what people like, and it's like in your face, and just like
we should totally do a popular cultural song after this.
No, this is my joke. You're interrupting my joke that I was trying to set up. No, sorry. Pop culture reference. What do you want to do? What do you want to reference?
What are we talking about?
Well, no, it'd be like soccer isn't fast enough for people in America. Like they can't understand like
that was my whole steroids.
The setting up a play in soccer to make the like 1 or 2 goals a game that happen is like magic. It's crazy. So you can't sit there and people don't respect that part of the game because it's just boring. They're just like, when is someone going to score? Because the people watch sports like basketball and the score is like 137 to like 119. Shit like that. Like, I'm surprised baseball's as popular as it is just because it's...
Sometimes
but baseball,
it's just a tradition.
lot of people... But American tradition understands baseball and how it's set up, like managers setting up players on bases, who they substitute in what situation, because it's a giant, big picture chess game, just the way soccer is. But people don't understand it that way.
When they're like, why the fuck is this field so goddamn big? The guy's got to run from here to there. It takes him a whole fucking minute. You know, it's like, and it's the whole steroid thing I'm talking about, where Americans are just like, yeah, fucking let that guy get 3 times the power of a normal human and just smash that ball. But if he's 4 times, fuck that, man. Get him out of here. Like, it's just Americans want that quick fix, dude. And that's what you're saying with soccer.
3 is
like,
okay. He can hit a triple, but not a home run.
No, they don't care about, oh, that was a fairly good pass. Wait, he's catching up to the ball here. Okay, so he's going to run with it, and now he's back passing, but I can see there's a guy over here. He's going to run up here in about 30 seconds, and then he's going to be, you know, they don't.
No.
Yeah, no one cares.
And I didn't want that for a long time, but now that the older I get, I was always like, sports are fucking gay, man. Fucking hockey's cool, but now, like, you get older and you're like, it's crazy to be a man. And then you're like, wait, it's crazy to be a man who this is what you do. And then wait, it's crazy to be the best at this. And then you're like, dude, I respect this, and now I like this. So that's where I'm at with soccer. I want to buy FIFA 13. I've always boycotted it. I've always boycotted it.
I game on some FIFA with Jimmy. He kicks my ass just the way you beat me in NHL. But
I respect
it's fun.
Have you seen the new NHL specs?
Yeah.
So amazing. That game, they win all the like awards each year, but I didn't think there's anything else they could do. They basically added momentum to the game. Like, you can have momentum with your players. So you can take the puck and click in the joystick and hustle all the way down the ice if no one stops you. But when you try to start to turn, your speed will like elongate your turns. Like the physics of it.
Like the way you like come out of the turn would be based off your speed going into it.
You can't cut as hard, you know, because you're going. I mean, the whole thing is like they're fucking changing it up again. It's amazing.
Video games are nuts, dude. Trying to get too
Dumb
real with it.
I know. Kelly hates me for hockey. I think that like it's probably the #1 sales piece besides that sweet ass is that I can like get away with like playing hours of hockey.
So what's
she lets you play video games.
I hate to
and blows.
Put the story on air. But what's the story? How did it happen?
Oh yeah, you got fucking engaged. What's that all about?
What's the story?
Yeah, tell us that.
Adult stuff.
Did you one knee it?
You busted? Did you put the?
All right,
Did you put
all
the
Put it on
ring?
your dick?
Yeah.
No, check it out.
Just
All right.
drop it on the end of your penis.
This is the story.
Is the long or the short of it, or the short of the long?
For starters, the ring is an Irish claddagh.
Very
It's,
nice.
It's
Irish to Irish.
white gold with diamonds.
Down the line, I get one
It
too.
was
I guess.
handcrafted in Dublin, Ireland.
In Dublin?
I had the privilege to talk to the guys who made or
Good
basically
call, man.
shipped the
Good
ring,
call.
and they had
Good
like
call.
real thick Irish accents. I tracked it, so the ring I told her about. The ring's been in Dublin, and it got sent to Paris to get stamped for approval, and then sent here. So
The
I had
city
that.
of love.
Had that for about 2 weeks, which was like the most nerve-wracking.
You
yeah,
sat on
so
it
what
for
was
2
that
weeks?
like?
It was tough.
Where'd you
'cause
put it?
I had to have the right moment. It was in a pair of pants.
And I knew nothing of it.
But hold on.
Last I'd heard, you
Here's
said
my
we were
thing.
going to go
Did
look.
it come via package to your home or
I
work?
sent it
or?
to work.
Nice move.
Yeah, and actually in the process, okay, so I was trying a long time to get this. I find like there's like weeks where like
There's some really bad ones out there too.
well, I looked into like
I've looked at
a
them.
couple hundred, dude. I finally found the one I wanted, and it was like the scenario where I tried to I had the money and then I just couldn't do it. Kelly needed to borrow money and like I couldn't tell her no, you can't fucking have money. So it's like there was scenarios where we got in arguments, which was like. I just want to be like, no, I'm doing this. Like, I am a good dude. It's all right. I'm not a
I want to
piece of
get
shit.
married,
Like,
but give me all this money.
Like, you're fucking like, no, but
Fuck,
really,
man.
behind the scenes, I'm doing all this great stuff that I'm not a bastard. Like, no. Anyways, to continue, I tried to buy it numerous times. And I got to a point where I did try to make the purchase, but the purchase was blocked because it was an international purchase. So I had to like get my bank to clear it. It took all this time. By then, like I spent a little bit more money than I should over a weekend. I couldn't order it. So like basically got to a point where they were like the gold pricing was based on '09 pricing, and with the euro to the American dollar, you know, blah blah blah. If you don't do it by this date, it's gonna go up by like $280. And I'm like, fuck that, dude! You fucking asshole! We've been trying to do this shit. So, anyways, got it for the right price. Strong armed him to get it at the right price. Sent here. Woke her up Sunday morning with a little note. No, she like, well, I was already gone. I had left about 6:30 a.m. Left her a little note. You know, meet me up at our spot for breakfast. We have this little field surrounded by woods, and in the middle of the field is a picnic table.
She showed up to a.
Check it out. Hold on.
Whoa.
So in the middle, open field. It's very cinematic. Open field, picnic table out in the middle, grass, but then woods all around.
Are you there? Or are you?
I'm there already. I got the
What are you
table
wearing?
with the. I got just like nice sweater and slacks and shoes and all that stuff.
What kind of shoes?
Good.
Shoes.
Like
dress
flops?
shoes.
like some gators.
Dress shoes of a sort. Rocco is with me. He has a bow tie.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
something. You know something.
He's got a bow tie. Because I need him to sell it for me, basically. So I get there. I had to wait 2 hours for it to show up. I got the table set up, like,
What
table.
were those 2 hours like?
It was terrible. It was the worst 2 hours of my life. Yeah, so it was awful.
I'm just like,
Where she coming? Like she has like these many sides. She could come into this field.
So you're just spinning.
Well, I'm looking around the whole time. I'm just like looking through the woods. Like, do I see her sneaking through? She's so
you accidentally
lightweight.
start drinking the champagne that's like.
So I had so I set the table up, tablecloth, candles, plates. I had breakfast. I had coffee.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I did all
How'd
that.
you make the coffee?
I just got some gas station coffee and hoped that she got there. By the time she got there, it was warm. So it wasn't. Everything was just warm. It wasn't hot.
That's
Okay.
not a thing.
It was just
I'm
really
sure you
just
didn't care.
so there it was there. It's
Yeah.
not like anybody was really gonna eat or drink anything. But so yeah, she like looking around. Me and Rock are sitting there. She
Imagine
comes
my
like
seat.
Are you laid out? Like, are you?
I'm just like sitting there like fuck.
Imagine my
Are you,
seat.
like-
I wasn't edging my seat. I
Yeah,
was
I
kicking
mean-
back. Now I'm edging my seat.
She comes out of an unexpected part of the woods, which later she told me that she was just walking. She couldn't remember the spot exactly, and some squirrel for about 5 minutes was like letting her walk up to it about 2 feet. She could walk to it about 2 feet, and then it'd go like meow, 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 move forward. And it said that the squirrel walked her like out to the. I swear this is not bullshit. The squirrel walked her out to the field. She like followed it. And but anyways, that side story. She walked out. I just basically let Rock go, and he ran up. He had his little bow tie on, and then I was just like, did the whole knee thing. But then I like lost my composure, and I was just like,
What'd you say?
like here, that's yours, and like, me and Rock think you're great. Like, here's your ring.
What'd you say?
I don't remember.
You just lost
It
it.
was
And
like-
you started shoving it in her face.
It was like,
You're like, "Take it."
no, I said me. I was like, me and Rocco have brought you here today
So you weren't even proper.
to. I was like, here. I couldn't do it, dude. I just had to. So that's it. And
So
then
you had a speech.
Dude, the whole time, the hour there, I'm like, I gotta think of something to say. And the whole time, I was just saying to myself, I gotta think of something to say, and then I just did it. So.
You maybe overthought it because you were there for too long.
Yeah, but then we went down to the.
Did you have something to say before you were just like?
What were you gonna say?
No, I didn't know what to
So
say.
for that
I
one time,
just
you
was
married
like, I think I'll just like say
Will
something.
you marry me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just I couldn't really come up with anything solid. But
Hey, well, congratulations.
thank you, appreciate it. We went down to the loop after that, had some eats and drinks. I bought us like a $250 love sack, like the big ass
Hey, what's at that?
pizzazz.
Yeah, that place is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
The old man sold me. I went in there, I was like, why is this old guy like, dude can't sell shit. And somehow I walked out of there with the fucking...
He
I was like, why is he at
He
the
can't
gas
sell
tank?
me. Man, this sack is
No, but
big.
dude, check out this picture.
Like the
What? were you gonna say? No,
No,
this is I don't have it ready. Go.
This is just a big sack.
But yeah, no, we brought home the love sack. It's gigantic. It's queen size. It's like,
They're awesome.
dude, it's so. I'm glad I got it. Well, let me show you this picture. There's the iPhone sometimes impresses me with its great pictures.
Mm-hmm. It's got a good
I
camera.
can't wait to go. I got about a month.
Yeah.
Get the new one.
I got about a month and a half till I'm in the clear.
This is the first time I've ever been eligible. When a phone's coming out for an upgrade.
About to be eligible. I'm about to get it. I'm gonna do it.
See, unfortunately, like I was referring to you as Jan Schultz on a previous podcast, is I'm not eligible. I've been on the contract for 2 years, but since we backdoored my social security number, it's not. It's my sister's, so I'm fucked. So I gotta sign a new contract and pay like the whole
Hey,
thing.
you tell me that phone you got in your hand is bad. Play with my phone, and
It's not bad. This phone's fine. The home button is just, it sticks.
hey, touch my phone, and you don't worry.
Yeah.
I started to text on my phone, and it sticks on one letter. It just one letter will be like pop up. Yeah, the letters pop up. It'll just be like boop.
Look at Rock.
Nice.
Dude, he sold that shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like,
Very
he
nice.
did it, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll start to text on my phone, and like I press I, the I will pop up, and then just stay there.
Even when you push the next letter.
Dude, I'll be 20 letters ahead, and the I is still.
I might.
And then it'll be like, mine says.
You can type, and then it's just like it pops up.
All right, and then
it
my
takes to react.
yeah.
But it's almost like a game because you keep typing, and you're like,
Should
it
I?
pops up, and it's
Should
all
I?
correct. You didn't
No,
fuck up.
I don't know because I'm really bad, and I
You
have this
have
thing.
ears that talks to you.
Yeah, and mine talks to me, which if you haven't heard in the background. If I mess up a word, it'll say it to me. So, like, say if I say, I think I was talking to Jeff earlier, and I said,
Ball sack.
yeah, something like that, and it was just like, ball sack, and it'll like say it, and I'm like, no, I meant to say something else. So I have to go back over like the 30 things that I just typed, and by that time I'm like tired of typing, so I'm like, I throw my phone on the ground.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's something we could do. First world problems segment. Like one of mine, and I realized, no, this is a real thought, and then I texted my sister because me and my sister always doing back and forth. Like, a lightning storm struck the cable box outside my condo and fried one of my HDMI inputs. So if I want to switch one HDMI device for another HDMI device, I have to do it by hand.
I have to get up.
I had to get up and switch out with the extra HDMI input that I have that still works.
That's
And
bullshit.
So you still have HDMI. All you have to do is unplug what you have plugged in and plug in your other thing
Yeah.
that you want to use. But yeah, fuck
And they
all
hang on the floor for me to pick
And
up
you're
and
just
switch
like,
out.
yeah.
It's not like I have to,
remote's not working.
that. You like taped up a hook so it's already hanging right next to all you have to do is just jerk it in there.
yeah, and I'm like, fucking charter, and just bitching, like, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, that's a first world problem.
Yeah, but yeah, you totally have the right to bitch.
And I also have another
They're
TV in the
awesome.
living room with
They're really awesome.
two extra HDMI inputs that I could just swap out. Yeah. First world problem.
It's awesome.
First world problem. My girlfriend buys too many Glade plugins
Oh.
and runs up my electric bill for having a fucking dual-sided Glade plug-in in every room. First world problem.
Yeah,
People
it's-
in
oh,
third world countries smell feces all day long.
poop.
These are
First
great.
world problem.
Yeah, this
This is my first
afternoon,
problem.
evening brought to you by Blue Diamond Sea Salt Almonds.
First world problem. My roommate took too long of a shower. My water is cold. Fuck him. Not
Does that
you.
happen?
Not you.
I don't think that happens.
Never
here.
here, not once.
Let's say
but
here,
when I
yeah.
lived with Jeff and Joel, and he
We've-
would like let his girlfriend shower for like an hour. Which I think I told you this. One time she was showering. What's her name? X of X of X.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And as soon as she got in the shower, I went down to the water heater. I turned that motherfucker off.
Yeah.
Off. I'm not saying that she had 5 more minutes of hot water.
Probably
I'm
not.
saying she had 0 seconds more of hot water. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, man, you can't be doing that. That whole thing, I would have been pissed off non-stop. But that is the first world problem. Ran out of hot water. It's like, dang, I gotta wait 10 minutes for my gas that's piped to my house.
It only dude, once a day. Late at night.
Oh. In a normal scenario, I gotta wait 10 minutes for my gas or electric to heat up some more water directly to my house. I'm just saying, for a normal American.
Even at my parents' house, it once a night, man.
No way.
You can hear the gas. You can hear it go on at nighttime.
I never run out of hot water.
Right? You shouldn't. Because someone shouldn't take a 45-minute shower.
Yeah.
How much stuff do you have to... In my mind, I'm saying that's how fat she is. That she has that much things to clean.
Sometimes in the morning, I'll wake up extra early and I'll just lay down in the shower.
That's
and
different.
I'll just lay there and maybe fall asleep for like a minute.
That's
or two.
different. You're chillaxing. You're not.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you ever wake
Would
up
you go?
real early?
Would you go to someone else's house and say, you know what? I like laying down in the shower today.
No, absolutely not.
You never feel that comfortable.
No.
I would never ever do that.
It's a pretty bold move. She doesn't.
To do that every day.
Think about that though. How weird is the morning shower before work? Like if you give
I love
yourself
the
enough time to
I
where
love the
you
shower.
know that you can literally lay down and close your eyes. It's such a weird, like almost drug-induced mind state.
Laying down in the shower?
Like before work, like you know you
Shower,
got time
coffee.
to just like just chill, like just not think about things. It's
I'd
such a-
rather, honestly. This is what I had to convince myself, and I still believe this, is that I'd rather be in the shower
I love
in the morning than I'd rather be laying in my bed. Which is a tough thing to convince yourself.
I
The
can't
shower,
shower
the
to go.
shower
Really
feels
tough.
better than the bed,
Right?
and you're going to be not getting any more sleep anyway, because even if you hit your
Yeah.
snooze, you're fucked. You're just going to be waking up.
That's my best sleep. My
The
best
snooze
sleep.
sleep?
My best sleep is a snooze sleep.
Dude, my
Oh,
worst
yeah.
sleep's a snooze sleep.
Well, no, the best sleep for me is the wake up a half an hour before alarm goes off sleep, because then you're like, dude,
Yeah, oh yeah.
I got this
Without an
extra
alarm.
snooze sleep.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, you got time even before the first warning goes off. Like you got.
Oh, were you talking about
Everyone
the
says-
mental? What's it? Your natural body alarm clock
Your,
goes off.
mental
Mhm.
alarm.
I'm just
And
saying your real alarm clock is like your life sucks. Like somehow for a year, because why has the iPhone never updated its fucking sound files for shit? So like for a year or more, and I don't know why I've never changed this. My iPhone is a Harley going. Every morning a Harley. I don't even like Harleys. Like I don't. But why did I pick that one? Was there really no better like? Like that shit. There's a like. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog.
There's a...
There's a motorcycle.
That's it.
That's your alarm.
That's what I wake up to every
Mine's
single
the
morning.
stupid
Right.
fucking like summer or whatever the...
No. I usually go. I think is it. That's mine.
Oh,
That's
God,
terrible.
That was the worst.
That's
That
that's-
was the
that's
shit.
why-
That
That's
was
why I
worse
wake
than
up
mine.
like I wake up like panic.
I will wake up in a
yours-
Fuck
frenzy.
me.
It's terrible.
That one sucks
So we got the
because
we got the motorcycle, right?
Dude, yours... The last one sucks because
It's terrible.
You hear it?
you would always leave it on and like leave your phone downstairs like on a counter.
Yeah,
or
you get in the
something, and I would fall
shower. You
asleep.
get in this sit down
Yeah.
shower, lay down shower, and you've left your phone
Well,
in a way that compromises Brandon.
Yeah, when I would crash at your old place.
Oh,
leave it
yeah, no.
downstairs. So
I'll
you
get
left it
so,
out-
I'll
you
get
left it
so
out on the
drunk
couch.
that I
You
wouldn't
left
even
it on
know
the
where my
couch a
phone
couple
was.
times.
Yeah.
You left it on the couch a couple times here where like I wake up, what the fuck is that? And why is it still going?
Right.
I go
And
out
then
there.
there's the there's like the ones that are like too light to wake up to. Like, can you imagine waking up to this?
Blah, 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 blah. That's exactly what I was just
Dude,
doing.
That's
I
a
can't-
pleasant way to wake up.
Fuck that. That's not gonna wake me up. Only thing that's gonna wake me up is a car crash.
You know what? I
Alright?
pay $10 a month for Spotify, and there's an app that can wake me up with music. And I'm always like, I say or as long as I've had Spotify, I'm like, I need to get this app that wakes me up to sweet music. And then I just don't do it. And
Or you can just set your alarm clock radio to listen to,
You have a
104.
clock radio?
Yo, dude, 104.1?
You have a clock radio?
I
no one.
Yeah.
He has a clock radio.
Do you turn the radio station by hand with a thumb dial, like a circular dial?
There's a digital
Actually, I
light
just
button.
talk to it and it does whatever I want to. I said, make
Set
me.
alarm to 104.1 at 6 a.m.
I'm not gonna lie. I came back here in 2008, for the summer, and I had that alarm clock set at 104.1, and it was just.
That's a great station. It's changed a few times, but every time I still listen to it. Now it's just
Right, so
rap,
now it's
right?
just it's straight rap, and
Like
it was then, and they're always yelling. The
the DJs.
The DJs are always yelling. So basically, I would wake up to, yo, what's up, Mono? Yo, you better wake up right now. We got this new album. We going into the one. Yeah, yo. And I was like, wow, that was quite interesting. And that's how I'd wake up in the morning to just people screaming
Just
at
some
me.
black man screaming in your ear in the morning.
Screaming in my ear. And, you just kind of get used to it after a while. But
These are so good. I'm sorry.
They are delicious.
These Blue Diamond Sea Salt Almonds.
I'm sure that like anything that's going
available at
on in the
Walmart.
audio is just sounds of you playing with a
Sorry,
bag.
if
Like,
you hear some
this
scuffling.
is so good.
I'm eating handfuls of
they're
almonds
delicious.
right now. I apologize. Oh.
And there's a puppy.
Oh, puppies. How do you do?
Appreciate you guys' patience.
Yeah, get through the almonds. What got another
We got a break in
another 45. You wanna break tackle the last topic of the day?
What was the last topic?
Should we
Should we
say it before the
say
break? Should we tell them what's coming up after the break, or
Like
should we,
like kind of like
should we
Fox
hold their
does?
anticipation
Like
with
Fox
what we
does?
can possibly finish out this brilliant show with?
I mean, I think we should do this. Fox is obviously the example for suspense and bringing viewers back. So Chef Ramsay, before every crucial point in any show that he's ever done, he'll be like,
Coming up after the break?
no, he'll be like, before the break comes, it'll be like, it's like a
coming up
cooking
after the break.
competition. He'll be like, what I'm going to need you to do is take your apron, unfasten it, and then it'd be like go to break. You know, like basically he's about to kick them off. So but then
So
they come
we're
back and he'd be like, they'd redo that. Or so,
Unfasten it.
so he'd be like, I'm gonna
Right.
need you to take that, unfasten it, walk your ass over to the ladies in the back who's gonna clean it. They're gonna put it back on you. You're back upstairs. You're still in. It's like, God damn you, Chef Ramsay! I knew that shit was coming, but God, I mean, it's like, fuck you. Like, he's the king of shit suspense.
Are you watching it during the commercial break, or is this recorded?
No, this
You're-
is on
you're
my
even- you're
DVR.
even
I have the
fast-forwarding
privilege
through
of
this.
fast forwarding.
Yeah, wow.
But at the same time,
Thank
like,
God for DVR, because who the fuck's gonna sit and wait to see what that guy's actually gonna say in
I'm such a
the
bad
end?
fast forwarder. Like, I'm so used to having that mental break between commercials that I don't even care.
Yeah, I don't try not
I
to
don't
fast
fast forward. Even if it's recorded, I sit and I wait.
Shows that I care about watching, I will watch when they're on television. That way, I can't fast forward.
Right.
it
like-
creates that original
I watched-
suspense.
I
you
Like, I was
feel
watching.
back in the day.
I was watching.
I could go on that topic.
I
Yeah,
know
I
we
could
go
both
on that
could.
fucking
Because
topic.
every series that everybody talks about, oh, Breaking Bad of this and fucking Lost that, it's like, you know what, dude? Let me tell you what. I'm going to tell you exactly what. I've been on every one of these badass series from the fucking first episode, and I've watched them week to week, and I've watched them September to fucking April. When none of you guys get to just Netflix and just coast on through, like,
Still
don't
eating
talk
the
to
almonds.
me.
Mid sentence in the middle of your fucking thing, you can't stop eating those.
You know what I'm
almonds.
saying, though? Like, watching a show from the first episode,
Oh, I
season
know.
to season, the despair that you feel, like,
Yeah.
between seasons, waiting for the finale to, like,
Even the commercial breaks matter.
dude, all that shit. Lost was ridiculous for that.
Television shows are always so much better.
And the
live
best
on
part
television.
is, for me, when I go back and I watch old episodes that are on my DVR, like I went back and I watched some old Workaholics the other day, right?
Always leave those.
And I forget that I'm watching old ones, not watching live TV.
so invested in the show that you just
Right? I'm just watching the show, and here
commercial.
comes these commercials, and
Does anybody think
They're-
that dad dicks in the 90s were just a lot bigger?
bing.
It gets me
But
so much, man.
Old commercials is when I wake up to, wow, I'm watching real hard television. Like,
like a movie that came out like 6 months ago.
exactly, like, they're like, in theaters now! I'm like, what? That was how, like,
That piece
Fucking-
of shit.
in the wintertime, that movie sucked! What do you mean? It's already back out? I thought it was gonna be a DVD commercial.
Dude.
And I'm like screaming at the TV, and I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm retarded.
That's
actually.
Yeah, but
That's
wait,
from
but they
Cinema.
still have like most of the commercials are the same. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
still have like
the other ones are
the
like
chop,
camouflage,
the chop slap,
that-
and
yeah.
like all the other stuff is like still the same.
chop slap. Yeah.
And then bang, slap chop. Yeah,
That's-
slap chop.
Both.
Chops.
He corrected you with the wrong thing.
That adds to my like weird early morning shower mindset. Like where, for some reason, like it's depressing that like Home Improvement or like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is on. You're like this episode, but you're really sad that you have to go to work. So like, I don't know. It's just a weird mindset. You don't have to. Do you ever flip the TV on in the morning?
In the
And
morning,
it's,
no,
It's
never
a
in the
couple shows of like Fresh Prince or like Home Improvement. It's
I
just
don't
like
watch it anymore.
such a weird feeling. I can't describe it.
Don't
Somebody
watch it.
who's listening or will be listening knows what I'm talking about. That weird morning
Well,
feeling
tell
where
them
you're
all about it. You just
You-
have
we
a nice-
did. We
have a
did.
I
nice-
do watch Nick Teen. You know what I'm talking about? Nick Teen.
Teen Nick.
Teen Nick.
Doug
Where they
and
have
stuff.
all the shows like that, where it's like
Yeah.
basically when we were growing up, this is what they were playing, and they play them all over. It's great. It's fun. It's awesome, actually. I went through the
I
other
just thought of
night.
a joke.
a yoke.
Oh,
I have a joke that, like
You
yours,
should-
I would like to put into the middle of here. Lead me in with Nick Teen.
so basically, I like to watch Teen at night, Nick Teen at night, because
Nick Teen?
Nick Teen.
If that show existed a long time ago, back when you could advertise tobacco to children, they could say, Nick Teen. It's like nicotine.
They could do that.
Bing bong,
Bing bong, bing!
Bing bong,
I
bing.
do like that joke.
Bang, bang,
Oh,
bang,
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 Alright, what were you saying about nicotine?
That's what we do when there's a bad joke. We just scat for a little while.
So I was watching Nicotine the other night, and I'm actually going down through the list, and you have the menu. It's like, these are the things that are on for the next hour. What should I fall asleep to?
Did you go to like 4 in the morning?
I didn't go that far.
Alright.
I just go for the 1, 2, 3, so hour and a half worth of things, because I'm gonna fall asleep during that time period. I'm actually probably gonna turn it off, but I can see what's coming on. And I went down to Nicotine.
Right.
And it was like Keenan and Kel.
Hey!
Yeah.
It was Keenan and Kel and Doug, and I
Yeah,
was like,
Doug and all that on Teen Nick at like 3 and 4 in the morning.
yeah, and I was like, duh.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
That's like every day. I think my dad records Teen Nick from like 2 to 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it was great. I was so impressed.
That's what I always loved about your dad is he liked the things that were relevant to us. Like he
Yeah.
liked the things that were relevant to him,
Yeah.
but he liked the things that were relevant to your childhood, which is awesome to me. So like it's it's relative to him to record this shit because you liked it as a kid. That's like I like that about him.
Yeah, because it brings back memory of.
I know.
Sam's
I
childhood.
like that. So I'm saying
I just gave him
he's a good dude.
I gave him, because I'm a terrible son that doesn't like to save money for his dad's big gift.
Mhm.
But I gave him M&Ms because when we used to play video games as a kid,
Power up stuff.
and I was like, our M&Ms were our power, so if we would die in the game, like lose a Mario life, we'd eat some M&Ms to give us more power to be able to beat
Serious?
the game.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's an awesome dad thing to do.
I know, that's what I thought too.
When
And,
I'm a dad, I'm
and
gonna
get
get out
this
of
too.
NES.
If for some reason my dad listens to this, it'd be funny. But I
Love
went
you,
to
Dad.
It was. Oh, I love you, Dad.
I love you, Dad.
Oh yeah.
love you, Dad.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
It was his 50th birthday party, so I wore my Adam Wainwright jersey because Adam Wainwright's over 50.
And he was wearing his Wainwright.
So no, I put on my Wainwright jersey to celebrate his 50th birthday party with the big 5-0 on my back. I thought it was good. I thought it was
That's
clever.
a clever.
Yeah.
Most people probably wouldn't
well
notice.
thought out.
No one noticed. Not a single fucking person for like.
You
4
literally have you're
for like
walking
4
around
hours?
all night with the number 50 on your back.
For my dad's like 50, it says 50 everywhere. On my back, it says 50 everywhere and on my back. No one. says
Someone's
it's
like,
50.
wait, there's a 50 on
Yeah.
that thing that
They're
says,
like,
hey,
"Oh."
you're 50.
No one came up and was like, I
This
like your
plate
jersey.
says 50.
I like your jersey. Like you put on the 50 for the thing. No one. And at like 4 hours into it, I mentioned it to this guy that was about to leave. Who used to be our neighbors. It's like, man, you're leaving. You didn't even notice my jersey. Like no one's noticed my jersey. I had to call people out on it because I thought I did such a great job with it. And then he made a spectacle about it.
Did he?
Yeah, he like pulled me aside and was like, "Did anyone know?" They were almost wasted. Like, "Did anyone notice that he has a number 50 on the back of his?" And everyone was like, "Oh yeah,
that's
I was like, I thought that was like gonna be like a thing. I thought it was gonna be good. No one cared. No one cared at all.
No one notices things.
I thought it was brilliant.
You're a genius.
I thought I was a genius.
You and your glasses.
So I can show up with M&Ms and a number 50 on the back of my shirt. No one cares.
Solid.
It's his life.
My dad turns 50 in November. So
Big party?
I don't know. It's weird because I'm 25, so it's like
Yeah,
half.
I'm halfway there, too.
Yeah, it's weird how that works.
Half-Life. Video games. Alright. Take a break and wrap it up now that we're another hour into it.
Yeah, we will do that. Hopefully you're still with us. If
We gotta do the Fox lead-in. The Fox lead-in. What do you got to lead into the thing?
What Fox?
Okay.
Fox,
So we gotta. But how could you
hold
how
on.
could you possibly lead into it without giving away?
No,
what it
because
is?
I'm gonna tell you how this is
You
gonna
got
be
it?
on the spot, so
All
I
right.
don't fuck it up.
P.Neis pulling it off here.
So, young, sexy skater chick Avril Lavigne,
Oh man, that's it.
talented Rock and Roll Hall of Fame future candidate Chad Kroeger. Could they share some sort of romantic interest? Find out next.
Yeah, they're getting married. So we got.
Is that where we left off at?
Yeah, no, this is where we start. We came back from the break and you set up that big thing and no one cares what's going on with those two.
Oh, they're talking about me and Kelly. No, yeah.
Oh yeah, that too.
That break where we're talking about Chad Kroeger from.
No, we're not. We don't care. We don't want
Wait,
to
who's getting married?
But did I say he was from Nickelback? 'Cause some people don't know his name.
No one cares.
The lead dude from Nickelback and Avril
The guitar
Lavigne.
player?
That was
Good for them. I hope they're very happy.
Fox follows through with their suspenseful commercial breaks, and that's all I was trying to do. So I hope they're happy, and I'm staring down the barrel of a 45.
Is that Nickelback?
I think.
Do you think you bought her a 45
And I'm staring
diamond
down.
ring?
Well, no, I know it's the same voice. I
Is
just
it?
don't think it's the same band.
I mean, that's what I know about Nickelback. So.
I don't know. Who cares?
Didn't they sing that song? Should have been dead on a Sunday morning.
Didn't they sing a song about looking for my hair?
No time for mourning. Ain't got no time. And I said, oh, should I held my head up. That's not that.
That's Creed, dude. Didn't Nickelback sing a song about looking down the barrel?
Maybe it's them. I don't know.
Oh, no, they sang that, I like the freckles on your butt.
They do that.
I like your
No, they
pants
sing,
around your feet. I like it when you don't say please. I like my penis in your feet.
I should have said knees.
Oh,
Penis in the
knees.
knees. It would have rhymed.
I know they sing a
No, that's
song
not how it
about
goes, though.
looking
It says-
down a
Oh,
barrel.
I don't know
of some
how
sort.
it would go.
I don't
Penis
know.
in the feet? I don't know about the barrel of 45.
Alright, so what are we
All right,
wrapping up?
we ought to wrap this up at some point. I guess we should once again thank Joshua for showing up.
You know, a
showing up at his
pleasured
home.
guest.
Yeah.
Such a joy he brings to all he encounters, and we're fond of him. I mean, I like him.
Yeah. All right, we don't care.
I'm sorry.
More rambling.
I didn't mean to.
Enough with the rambling.
I didn't mean to be here. It was an accident.
That's me trying to call you out. So.
And,
I'm saying
I don't
that I
know.
like Schwartz.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's too much like in Schwartz. He's
Why?
He's fine. Fuck him. He's here. It's all right.
I don't think that was overboard. I basically said we enjoy his company. I don't think that was anything out of line.
You're way out of line.
You guys should so argue right now.
You're
It'd be
fucking
hot.
way out of line.
You're so hot.
You should pull down your pants again.
I forgot about
Nobody
that.
wants that. No one.
Wait,
wants
I'll
that.
turn around this time so that way he sees my wiener.
Yeah,
and you
give
see
me
my
your
boner.
brown eye. You show him the wiener.
I saw nothing.
Yeah. I actually didn't look.
What?
Really, I
expect
actually
it?
didn't look.
Do you remember I used to live in the last apartment and like
I do.
Come out of
because
the
I did
shower
see that.
and
You'd
just, like,
be up on a staircase.
just pulling the
really had no choice. If
Yeah,
you wanted to
remember-
look at your face, you had to cross your dick on the way to your face. Like,
some of my proudest moments
it was like up on a.
were showing out my 3-inch wiener to all my friends.
That's just flaccid. It's all right.
You know, Yeah, I'm a grown up shower, but
Yeah.
Flaccid
Actually-
is such an awkward word.
I got a
It's a
decent
good word.
story about
Flaccid.
my wiener.
Flaccid.
Oh, wiener anecdote.
So then I'm walking into work, and I work at a El Restaurante. But the last guy to walk out of the restaurant, and the other 5 or 6 guys were all sitting behind a bar, and they all had their eyes peaked right above the bar. And we have this joke where you stare at the managers until they tell you to shut up, basically. So you stare at the managers until they tell you to shut up. So all these guys are sitting behind the bar, and they're popped up with their eyes, staring at the walkway where I'm about to walk out of. And they think that the manager's going to come out, because it's just me and the manager left in the back. So they think the manager's going to walk out next, and they
Right,
all
you
have
said
their
that.
eyes popped up.
Right. Yes. You
Over
said
the-
all of those things like 5 fucking times.
Right, so they all have their eyes popped up at the bar. I walk out before the manager does, and of course, I see their eyes all popped up. I pull my pants down and start swinging my wiener around.
No.
With your hand, or just like gyrate your hips,
A
swing the
little
wiener
bit of both. I mean,
like
not to
halfway
mention
through,
that
you
it was
caught
like at least 3 people's first day on the job.
Alright, that's good.
You get fired for that.
Yeah, that's you can get in a lot of trouble for that.
Yep.
Man
That's like
in
a-
St. Charles, Missouri,
Exposing yourself. You could be a sex offender right
on
now
duty
because of
during
that.
a
Basically, I
training
wish I
shift
could show
of-
you on radio, but arms behind the head and gyrating the pelvis, wiener slapping me in the belly button, straight up and down. That's what was going on. And I find it quite hilarious.
I'd also find it hilarious that you stood up and did the things that you said, hey, you can't see this, but I'm doing it anyway.
Oh, here, I'll throw it.
I got to, yeah.
A
So it
man.
was like this.
No,
So he's
Schwartz,
going,
stop.
wiener's flopping. Right. Pants down again for the drum.
You know,
for the shorts.
just
2
because
naked appearances in 1 set.
just because the people at his restaurant didn't file any charges, Murphy, doesn't mean that we can't.
Yeah,
we could definitely file charges against
Yeah.
Schwartz right now if we really wanted to.
I'm going to file some charges.
A
and
man
see
in
that bag of
St.
almonds.
Charles, Missouri today arrested under the
Chesterfield.
implications of indecent exposure during the training shift of.
Yeah.
Like why you could get
Yeah, that's not good.
charges.
You didn't go to jail?
I'm just gonna walk
I
down
don't
a
know, I
walkway.
like you living life on the edge there where you just hope they don't tell that you expose yourself.
As far as I'm
to
concerned,
those
they
brand new children at the
They didn't tell the first time, so all it means to me is that
you can do it as many times as
do
you want
it
now.
again, right?
Yeah.
All right, Schwartz. Wrap it up with a
No.
an educational segment.
Don't
On-
show your wiener.
No, on
Your main issue was
testicle
we-
freshness for the everyday man.
yeah
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what
Kelly-
About
Kelly-
showing the wiener.
because Kelly
Kelly doesn't like baby powder and Gold Bond smells like.
Which many a men, the
Alright.
educated man,
so right.
does to himself.
I'm not the expert on the matter. Apparently Schwartz is. So I mean, I need to know.
You're a man about explaining. You always say to explain what we're talking about. Why don't you tell everyone what you're referring to?
Say,
right?
how does a guy, an everyday guy such as myself, stay
fresh.
testicle fresh, ball fresh, fresh,
Fresh in the balls.
with, let's just say, leather seats in the summer heat and a clutch. All right, a manual transmission. Because you're talking about a dual combo here. We're talking about the heat that even if I run the AC, the seats will hold because
That
of the
car's
leather. Because of the leather. And then we got a lot of left to right leg shifting with the clutch and the gas and the brakes. So
You're not just chilling.
The road's
you're
hot.
working.
Road top.
You're working the whole time.
How does a man such as myself, or maybe someone suffering a lower degree of genital
Discomfort.
heated
Paralysis.
stimulation. Yeah, how do we overcome
I'm
this?
going to skip way ahead here. The product that we're going to refer to, I don't know if there's any product that can save you from leather seats, hot weather, and shifting around. I don't know how
well,
great is this protection going to be on your sack that you're not going to just be in a swamp.
Well, here's the thing, though: is you want to reduce swamp, right?
I mean,
you want to go from stick to regular.
But I'm a busy man. I don't got time to be just thinking about.
What am I?
You know,
what
let's
am I going to
say,
have my next application? I can't do this every 5 hours.
What is?
I can't take a pill.
Yeah, damage control. I can't think long term about it. It just has to be something I can
You don't want to apply a patch and leave it
whip
overnight.
up or powder on. But again, I can't. This is a
So-
serious. I think this is a serious conversation. I think this is a real
Powder
issue
up,
that.
wear some diapers.
I mean, I think
I don't
this
know,
strikes
how
to
you
the
gotta-
core of our
Manhood.
generation here.
But the real thing is that every man wants to be comfortable when they go out. I mean, you put deodorant underneath your armpits, right?
Right.
You put gel in your hair, you make it look good. Put perfume on. But what about your balls? What about your wiener?
How would you like to dress
That's what
it?
I'm asking.
What about
dude.
your taint? Your butthole?
But what if you? Okay, now there's been scenarios. Maybe I've had this happen to me. Maybe I haven't. Maybe others have just told me about it. But where maybe you have, we'll call it overcompensated on the powder application, and then combined with the summer heat, it's turned into more of like
Chunky?
a piece of gum that you've chewed for too long that's turned into like paste, basically.
No. Here's
You know
the
what I'm
thing.
saying? If you combine overly abundant ball sweat with too much powder, we're looking at like a batter of some
Well,
sort.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
All right, so basically what we're talking about is you take a little baby powder of your choice, which could be medicated, which is cooling, or your regular, which is fantastic, or your mix, whichever you choose.
Yeah, your standard baby powder or your Gold Bond medicated type powders.
Right.
Why
Or
is it the
your-
only two options? though?
That's just generalization.
There's more. There's
Generalization,
more.
so that you know what you're talking
There's
about.
what's the product called?
This guy's thing?
Is it Balla?
Ball
Was it balls?
ball of powder.
Balla.
Powder.
So he's balling out of control.
But it also refers to your balls, like the thing by
Like
your
your
wiener.
testiculars.
Yeah, the wiener balls.
So
Ball of powder.
you put this
Ball of powder.
you put this powder in your ball sack, and it acts like a deodorant.
Is this an aerosol can? How does this work?
If it's an aerosol can and it spits out baby powder, that's fantastic.
See, I'm not just trying to cover it up. I want to prevent.
right.
I don't want to just suppress.
You don't just want a
Oh, yeah.
deodorant.
I want to prevent.
You want an antiperspirant.
Basically, I want to nip it at the butt.
See, here's the thing.
butt,
There's-
yeah.
There's two really good kinds of baby powder. One of them is talc, and the other one, which I hate to use, which I accidentally use, is some sort of something awful. I would always suggest to use talcum powder.
What about carpet powder?
Like for vaginas?
No, like
Oh!
Oh, is that another high five thing?
Hey,
All
yo!
right.
No, it's
No, I know what you mean.
stuff
We
that
have
you
some carpet
put on the
powder.
carpet before you vacuum.
Yeah. Well, I think you know what where your issues
Are
start,
you
Mr.
vacuuming?
Neis, is that
The wieners.
there's talcum powder and there's another kind which is similar to more like baking powder, which is no good. If you use the talcum, it's very thin. It's very light, and
Well-
you can never over apply. I feel like you dump that whole thing in there. and you're
Here's what we got. We got 3 guys here that all admittedly have the same seasonal situation.
fine.
Let's say.
I have it all seasons.
It's all year round.
Yeah, but more predominantly this time of the year. We'll call it the summer months. So what if? I mean, it's apparently when we're looking at a study group of 100%.
It's
here,
rampant. It's running rampant.
I'm saying this right here. You know, we've all experienced. So like, what if it would almost seem like there's a pretty lucrative business somewhere of like some sort of. I won't call it a diaper. I'll just call it some sort of like
Application?
Jacket or like some sort of Under Armour for the ball sack that you
So
could
you're-
almost like
No one's going to that level.
you could.
So
though,
you're
think
saying
I'm not
If
going
it's
to
almost
that
like you
level.
wrap
Let's say
it up-
They come out with it. I'm not putting my nut sack in
What
a
if
sack.
it's like you? What if you put it
No,
on? It's the
like,
most
stop.
comfortable
I'm
feeling
not-
you've ever
What about
had.
this though? He's on the right track. What if you
Something like
left it in the freezer?
not even that. That'd
No?
be detriment to your reproduction. Not that I'm trying to get.
like kill stuff.
All right.
down there.
So how about this? You have the cooling action powder, right?
Okay.
On the inside of
Mhm.
basically it's just like a wrap of sorts, maybe with a little like Velcro kind of thing, like diapers have.
No, but I don't like Velcro.
Not
Yes.
Velcro, but like how diapers have, where it's just like
Hey,
a little.
Hey, you
they
know how
just
you
wrap
put
them
you know
up.
you put a little bit
They
of
just kind of.
you put a little TP on a cut.
It's
when
like
you-
wearing
when
a
you're shaving?
sock. Your feet
You-
sweat.
I think you're going a little too far with things. I think just like
Something preventative.
You
Dude,
could
the
just-
application
you could go
itself it sticks because just based on the area, you put it there, it's not going anywhere.
I'm just talking
It's not like
preventative
the-
maintenance.
it's not like it's falling
is all.
But
Just-
you might as well then just incorporate anything else. You could just start wearing diapers with powder in them, and you can also just shit your pants and not have to worry about like getting to the bathroom.
But other than the shit and the powder rubbing together and it going to your ball
That's
sack.
the
Yeah,
point
but
of
you
keeping
know,
it
whatever,
all
like-
separate.
You got like you're good either way.
No, but
you're
dude,
either
you
good
can
with
listen.
the balls or you're good with shitting your pants.
You could make them a nude color, so if you're in the heat of the moment, and you don't want to be like, hey, explain why there's some
Why
sort
you're
of
wearing a diaper.
wrapped
Don't
like
put this
ball
in your
diaper
mouth,
that
baby, just
it's just
Do
a
they-
ball
do
diaper
they
that
have-
absorbs the
Do
sweat.
they have brown powder for black men?
all I'm saying is that if they have white semen for white men, brown semen for Mexican men, and black semen for black men, I'm pretty sure they can come up with that.
Yeah, you're probably right. Their semen's black.
Duh.
Duh, dude.
Is your semen not white?
You ever take health
It
class?
Is
dude?
your white semen not white?
It's pearl.
Duh.
All right. Well, I guess I never saw
Yeah.
a porn in my life.
You ever take health
That
class?
never happened,
Really?
so I didn't notice the white jizz coming out of the black man's penis.
We learned that in 5th grade, dude. Sex
Duh.
ed.
They CGI'd it for the whites to think that all semen is white.
I mean, what the real thing is that they should have some sort of station. You know, when you go to the bathroom and you go
Are
to
you
dinner,
gonna give this away on our thing? Are we gonna let loose
fine.
on the nation with our cast?
nation,
And you're gonna tell everyone, and then someone's gonna take your idea,
and nation, check
install
this,
it into every. All right.
nation, check this out because I'm not gonna do anything with it.
You're welcome.
And if someone put ball the thing I'm about to say, thank you.
You're welcome.
But I believe that there should be a baby powder dispenser in every bathroom in America.
Why does it have to? Let's just okay. I understand it's a baby powder dispenser and it helps with ball freshness, but why does it have to be baby powder? I'm sorry to keep.
No.
everyone saying-
It could
it's-
be
it's a big
the
powder-
concoction.
What about new
Actually, no.
car?
It would
Whatever you
have
wanna
to be.
call
What
it
It would
about
have to be.
cherry fresh or new
would-
car or
No, I'm talking
fresh
about
leather?
the.
It
I'm
would
talking
have
about
to-
the substance. It
Sawdust.
can smell
No,
whatever
no,
you
no,
want
no,
it to
no.
smell.
How about
No,
options?
no.
You have sawdust,
You
Alright.
can't do that.
gasoline.
You gotta hold on. You gotta hold on. It's gotta have the absorption powder, baby powder.
Yeah, but you can't
Right.
do that because your original intention is to install them at the changing station, so you can
Right.
use it for a baby. So it
So
has
now
to
we're
be
getting
for a
ahead.
baby.
Now we're getting ahead. So basically, we need a baby powder dispenser that can double as a man ball powdering station. Right? So you can press the button, it dispenses baby powder, you put it on the baby's butt, all are happy. Next guy walks in, he presses the button, fresh ball sack.
Okay, let me just stop right there. I'm saying it's a great idea, but I'm saying keep the man's balls, especially the
Should-
random
two
man's
separate
balls, away
Now we're-
from the baby
Now
table.
we're talking about black
Keep
and
the
white drinking
balls
fountains.
away from the baby table. Okay, so we're talking
The
about
balls are getting a
entirely-
little close to the baby table.
It's
You
questionably close.
did say, "Hey, there was a baby here." and Now there's this creepy
This
old
guy
man
that walks in. So
just
let's do this. Let's do
throwing
this.
it on his
Let's make the
balls.
dispenser of powders, whether it's
In
1
the-
cent or many. Let's
in
keep
the,
it
in
away.
The poopers? In the poopers?
No, let's say it's
You
over
guys-
by the
you
hand.
Pull, you pull your toilet paper out. In some,
Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe by the hand dryers, not too close to the door where people that are walking by the bathroom and the door opens can see a man powdering his balls, but somewhere like and I think the options could be good too. I think things
Okay.
like I said, like some sawdust, new car scent, or maybe
Well,
some
there
diesel
is-
gas.
on occasion,
Maybe perhaps.
and this could be an adjustment, is that on occasion there is the baby changing station is in a pooper. Especially usually in the handicap pooper, where you pull it out, bang, So you're in the handicap
It's really
grouper.
sounding like a good idea.
Yeah, you're
What
in the
about-
you're in the
You're
handicap.
juicing and changing your kid's diaper.
No,
at the
no,
same
no.
time.
You're in the handicap stall, and then there is also the baby change down pull table where you pull it down, you change the babies, you set them on it, such and such. And
You're
then
out
you
of
also
control.
have the ball powder dispenser.
Out of control.
What about
That's a great idea. I mean,
also a great idea? You could even package it the condoms, like a condom.
50 cents.
Yeah, like Tylenol.
Mhm.
At the airport, you got a nice pack of baby powder or whatever
like
you're.
I mean, the last
maybe
thing,
some balla powder.
last thing I want before I go on a airplane is to have some sweaty balls.
You just got hosed.
You just got
hosed. Got you good.
I can see the commercial now. There's a guy walking up with all his bags, and he pulls it up, and he's got 2 quarters going into it, and he rubs it shit all over his balls, and he's like,
And then he gets blasted by a fireman's hose.
and he's got
And it's
hose.
like, you got hose.
We got your monies.
Jesus. Alright, are we done now?
Well, that was our stab at
What was it?
hygiene awareness and
Powder your balls.
how
now.
to keep it fresh and real for the ladies.
Yeah, thanks again to the Blue Diamond Almonds.
Sea salt.
Sea Salt Edition.
And the Coors Banquet.
Coors Banquet was also sponsored this evening. I had a kite tail from a Fallon.
Special and likely repeating guest,
Yeah.
Joshua.
Joshua Schwartz,
Schwartz.
thank you.
I'll
Thanks
be
for
here.
joining us.
Not gonna be here anymore.
Yeah, nice. That's
And,
it. So
maybe.
that's it.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, that was it.
You'll be here tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I'll be here.
How about
Uh,
that thing?
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
Is that thing?
All right, we love you. You guys have a good one. One of these
sounds like
days,
you're saying goodbye.
these will be live, and you can call in. But for right now,
We didn't call anyone.
no, we didn't. But I think that Schwartz was
Yeah, Schwartz
a
was
presence enough for
nice
us.
guest.
So,
You can call me.
Call Schwartz.
toodaloo.
Don't give him a call.
Hats off till next
Another
week.
20 minutes. Jesus Christ. All right. Fuck off.